And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. It is session 4, season 4 of our Traveler 2E, Mongoose 2nd edition Traveler campaign. Right now, we are overlooking the sketch of a map of a walkway between the wealthier districts of the city of North Rio and the lesser well-off districts of North Rio. And the scene in front of us is one of somewhat drama. There are one definitely dead, one dying person, and two secured but otherwise undamaged individuals. And standing over them are our heroes, the 18-year-old groups. We haven't actually picked a bounty hunting group name, so I don't know what to call you guys. Although, perhaps it's better not to roll too deep into the bounty hunter group name. We're going to go over our recap now, and we're going to see what you guys remember, because there was a lot that happened last time. Last time was... it was a masterpiece of a session, in my opinion. I giggled quite a bit last time. And we're going to start with Ghost on the recap.
Well, we're on this bounty, and we're trying to find a terrorist. But last time, we went to a strip club. We went to the White Rabbit strip club to try to find some mercenaries called Greyjacks that work with this terrorist, and we're trying to work our way up this chain to find this guy. His name is Alonzo Russo, and the mercenaries are Greyjacks. So we went to a strip club in the slums, defunct warehouse district where the Greyjacks kind of hang out. We were trying to find some information. I ended up finding my girlfriend's cousin, Tigress, also known as Calico. She was a dancer at the White Rabbit, and well, she gave us some addresses, which we checked out, and went into one. Marcus stole the guy's tablet. Relics cracked the tablet at a nearby coffee stop, and yeah, we learned some more. We learned about this guy named Dr. Merrick and a lady named Marina Valkos. But we learned about them really from two liaisons from the royal family that were mercenary pilots that worked for them. They were from Arulia. And they gave us some good information. But we left out of there, and we were on this walkway, and we got jumped by more of these mercenary Greyjack guys. So after meeting Tanner and Jackson, the mercenary pilots working for the royal family, we get jumped. I sliced a guy, mortally wounded him. I handcuffed a guy. One shit his pants. I think I'm talking about all the same gentlemen. And I think that's the end of my recap. That's where we're at right now. Anybody want to add anything else?
So Dubs, you're up next. What do you think you missed?
Well, I remember the experience that Tubbs had, or his rather first experience while he was visiting the White Rabbit. He was supposed to get some intel and information out of one of the, we'll call her a waitress. And it didn't exactly go the way Tubbs had planned or thought. He was pretty scared and nervous the whole time, but didn't get any intel. Did learn a lot about life, I would say. Some additional details that maybe were in there were towards us meeting the Greyjacks at the end. Tubbs did have an encounter with two of them where he actually helped out his friends and caused two of them to, as we say, sleep permanently. Which was a new experience for Tubbs. He had never gone through anything like that before, so this is something that he was learning how to cope and deal with, the idea that he was involved in, honestly, the deaths of these two people.
Okay. It was very specific. I like the first person. Actually, I really do like the first person aspect that you gave Thodubs' character. That is a nice touch. Also, it's I've been told that your volume is a touch high, Thodubs, and by touch 10%. So don't do anything dramatic. Maybe just
Gotcha.
lean back a hair. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh wow, my interface just blipped. Everything still looks like it's running though. All right, Mr. Kizik, what did those two miss that you remember?
Well, Relics is he's working a little bit. He stayed up all night. They stole the computer, which was illegal, but we're in pursuit of a bounty, so that's an okay thing to do. We went to go give the computer back, and then Marcus ate the computer, and then I stayed up all night to try to make sense of a year and a half's worth of emails. I think I figured something out. There was a number 5757, but it turns out that was part of a like latitude longitude that's tied to like military trainings. Not military trainings, but military like pseudo encryptions, and but Tanner and Jackson, they gave us some confidential information that we're not going to tell anybody, that Colonel Russo has access to a tactical submarine. And then there were these huge guys that were coming at us, and they said that we were asking questions the wrong way, and then they brandished weapons at us, and then we defended ourselves, and we've got like 40 to 50 seconds before the police start arriving, so you guys need to get all of your information quickly. And I dropped my weapon.
You did drop your weapon, and you did pick it back up. I was gonna start with, you guys hear sirens in the distance. I'm not sure how you would know exactly what the response time for here would be, although it is a absolutely safe assumption as natives of North Rio that you would understand that these walkways are monitored and that the police response would be coming. So yeah, also that's pretty good. I enjoy the different flavors you guys are putting on it. It shows me where you're at as players, where your head's at. One of the things that I'm going to add in here is because Ronan may not join us tonight, the only thing I'm going to retcon is that when Marcus head rammed that last guy so hard, he basically knocked himself unconscious. So he's not completely out, but he's incoherent, and he's kind of like sitting and holding his head. He's bashed his head pretty good. And assuming that Mr. Ronan can't join us tonight, he will be carted off and be undergoing medical treatment tonight. All right.
That makes sense. Can I make my first action calling the emergency services line from my phone?
Yes, you can. You guys hear sirens off in the distance. On these types of walkways, you know that the police are going to show up on scooters. So if you can hear the sirens on the little scooters, they're pretty close.
All right. I'm going to still make the phone call because it's always good to get a jump on that kind of thing.
Tubbs, you should try to help the guy that's got a slice down his front and back.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me take a look at him and see if I can help stop his bleeding and at least look like I'm doing some good work here to preserve his life.
Okay. Hylar, it's an automated system, so you can just prepare what that interaction's going to be like when I come back around to you in a second. Tubbs, as you come up to this guy, your 18-year-old self may have been trained to deal with traumatic injury. Even with your recent combat experience, I don't know that you've seen. So this guy has a 2 to 3 inch slice from his left shoulder down to his right hip across his torso. His organs are exposed, and he is bleeding at such an incredible rate that there is already probably liters of blood pooled around him in every direction. What do you do?
Well, this is, I kind of talking nervously to, Tubbs is going to start talking nervously to himself. I can't believe this is, wow. This looks really a lot different, guys, than in the videos I've watched and the trainings I've done. This or this blood right here has a smell that at the dummies that we worked on, the red stuff that came out of them, that this doesn't smell the same. But let me see if I can just try and close my eyes a little bit and look at this. And okay, sorry guys, I threw up a little bit. Let me I got this. Let me go ahead and start working on closing up. Let me start shoving some stuff back in him, just to kind of close this up. I'm not going to look at this, but if I do something wrong or doesn't look right, then let me know. But I'm just trying to shove this stuff back in the hole, and I'm going to try and get out my kit and try to close up this a little.
All right, hold on. Get out your kit. I was unaware you had a med kit. Do you have one?
As I said it, I do not know.
Okay, because that becomes a question of what kind of tools are you using.
So, I don't know if I have a lot of tools on me to do anything with this other than try and shove stuff back into him and try to hold and apply pressure.
Stop bleeding. Okay, so the reason I'm asking that is because the obvious. When you're trained to do first aid as your character is, you're going to have some training on how to improvise some basic stuff. But this is a traumatic injury. So I'm not going to give you a penalty, but you're also not going to receive any bonuses you would for a kit. But I'm also only going to allow you to do, even a wildly successful roll is only going to mitigate the damage for a few minutes. So go ahead and do your check.
Given the injury, that definitely. Okay, rolled an 11.
11's good.
So that brings us to a 12 as far as education and medic. So we're at a 12.
Okay, a 12's a good roll. So with the 12, you're doing everything you can to keep him cinched up and mitigate the damage. You are holding his guts in as best as you can. You are covered in blood. I mean, you've got a kneel in it. You're up to your elbows in it. It's all over everything you've got. It's a stark contrast to the rest of the way you look, and your friends, as they look over you, would see quite an image, because your skin and hair and eyes are all this pale white and covered in this blood. It would be a striking image for them to take in. Also, while Hylar has technically seen an individual disemboweled before, I don't know that Bralex has. So we don't do sanity in this system, luckily for you. But if we did, this would be one of those rolls. We're going to go back to Hylar. You're on the phone watching this scene with Tubbs as I've just described it unfold. How does your conversation with the automated emergency response system go?
You have reached the North Rio Emergency Response System. Please state your emergency or select from the following options. I'm like, medical emergency, medical emergency, medical emergency. All calls are recorded and monitored. Please remain calm and provide clear details so the correct units can be dispatched immediately. A medical emergency! Medical emergency! I'm kind of panicked, but I'm going to look around for cameras as well.
Okay. So the cameras on these walkways take the form of these sensor strips that are posted above each of the main airlock style walkways. They have kind of a fisheye view, and you would know from dealing with similar types of sensors that they're not super HD. They're good enough quality to have shown what's happened, but there's going to have been a view. Here, let me draw it out for a little bit. There's going to have been a view from like this angle. I should have used a different color. That was a failure on my part. Let's go with blue for camera angles, and let's erase those. Whoops, I erased a flower box. I'm so sorry. So here we go. So it's going to be like that and like that. From the two sides of the walkway are kind of the angles that you get. And it's like I said, it's kind of like that curved. If you ever watched a fisheye camera on the screen, it has that like artificial curve to it. Hurts your eyes after a while. It's one of those.
The further away we are, the like worse ratio or resolution it is.
Yes, and most of the confrontation would have happened right in the middle of the walkway, which is basically as far from each of the two cameras that can see you as you can possibly be.
I'm not trying to save this guy from bleeding out. And he shit his pants, so I'm not really all about trying to help him. But I'm on the phone screaming at the automation thing. Oh, we need emergency services, medical emergency services. We got 4 people down, and I've got a dial on the phone too, I guess. DTMF tones.
Please stand by. Emergency services are en route. Your wait time is approximately 2 minutes. Please remain calm.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the Capricep and kind of try to check on him. He's not responsive, but we might have to pick him up and carry him.
He's incoherent, but he is mobile if he needs to be moved.
That's good. Okay.
Bralix, all of this is unfolding in real time before you. What is your action?
Bralix is going to take all of the weapons from the people and put them in the middle of the road because he wants like the police that are coming to not know that he has weapons. He's making sure everybody else is. He leans into everybody and says, "We were fearing for our lives. We of course we were fearing for our lives. They were going to kill us. They have look at these weapons. Oh man, they were going to kill us." And he just keeps like repeating that over and over again. He's not handling all of the blood as well as he should, but is keeps saying, they were going to kill us. I'm so scared for my life. It all happened so fast.
Bounty hunter, man, we're gonna be hunted as well. You know, I'm sorry to bring this on you, but we actually probably should have talked about this before going all out. But yeah, our lives are going to be in danger, buddy. I hope you're okay with that. I'm going to walk over and very badass like clean the blade, clean my sword blade on this guy's white t-shirt, and then put it back in the sheath.
The dead guy? Oh, no, sorry. That's that's the one that's the Tubbs killed. Okay.
Excellent. I'm just going to clean the blade off nice and put it away.
That's highly unsanitary, and now there's extra blood on him. Is he okay?
Yo, he's not gonna mind at all. Don't worry, Brelix. But I can't like put that blade just in the sheath all wet like that. It would rust.
Yes, but you are tampering with a crime scene now. Like we need to make sure that the police don't think you're desecrating bodies by cutting them with your sword more. That looked extremely menacing, but you have a handkerchief. I have a handkerchief.
I don't want to put my no. This guy's blood is not going on your handkerchief. He's got a perfectly fine shirt. He does not mind, and the medical examiner will be able to tell that I didn't do anything untoward to his body. Now look, we are about to face down with the police, okay? Because we can't run from this. We are professionals. And we're going to be able to talk our way out of this, hopefully. And maybe Griggs can get us a lawyer that'll help us out. I don't know. But it would be nice to have a good advocate. But I need you to just chill and not say stupid things to the police when they get here, okay?
I have studied law like pretty intensely. I was actively trying to work on our defense as you were wiping your bloody sword on Another, you said he's not going to mind? Is he dead?
I look back at the guy. Is he like, he's the one with the broken neck, right?
The one with the broken neck is definitely dead. As in, it lulls at an angle that necks don't move at.
His head is blue.
Yeah.
I look back at Brelix. I don't think he's gonna mind.
Hey guys, I don't think this guy's gonna make it over here. I think there's just a lot of blood, and I keep shoving stuff back in, and yeah, I'm not too favorable about this, and I'm pretty bloody and dirty here, and there's more blood I think outside of the guy than there was inside of him. I don't think this isn't looking good for this guy.
So about that time, you guys are going to see coming down the corridor from this direction, 2 sets of blue lights on what I can only describe as saddled segways. They are 2-seater scooter things. They're pretty agile. That kind of like hold up in the air in ways they shouldn't because they're sci-fi vehicles. For those of you who played last season, which is all of you, think Unicycle of Death without all the cool bits. But as a police bike. And 2 of what you would consider like street cops that you guys would have had normal actions with roll up on the scene as they skid to a stop at the edge of the walkway. They both raise stunners and, everyone put your hands up! Like, they're just indiscriminately facing you guys down with stunners. One of them... I need to make a quick roll to see if one of them has the presence of mind to see that Thodub should probably not put his hands up. And he does! He's going to say, except you, and point to Thodub's, because he's going to see that you are the only thing holding that man's guts in.
Except you. You keep your hands right where they are.
Yes,
actually
exactly.
apply more pressure.
Yes, that's exactly what he does. He comes in and he's like, hey, all you put your hands up. He's got the stunners up. And I just imagine, unless you guys want to say different, that there is instant compliance.
Yes.
I
am instantly compliant.
The guy officer coming in and he points at Tubbs, except you keep doing what you're doing. And they start moving in. And what they're going to do is they're going to round the 2 of you that are up and amicable. They're going to round you 2 up and kind of move you off like into this corner with this guy. This guy's going to go around. He's going to stop at this guy first. This guy is cuffed and he is unconscious and has shit himself. And he's going to like toe kick him a little bit, like, just poke him with the stick. And you're like, all right, that one's out. And he's going to make his move and he's kind of watching, what's going on here. And this guy's covering from this side. And he's going to get over to this guy. And this guy is going to start like shooting off at the mouth. They attacked me. They killed my friend. Blah, blah, blah. He's going to be like, you can be quiet. I will get your statement later. And he's going to see that he's cuffed and he's going to be like, who cuffed you? And he's going to be like, they were going to kidnap me. And he's going to be like, all right. You just calm your beans down. And he's going to leave him over there because he's going to kind of like look at this guy and he's going to look at this guy. And they're going to be like, we'll keep them separated for now. And he's going to see Marcus, who's not actually acknowledging the officer's presence at all. He's sitting on the ground, rocking back and forth, holding his head, which is now leaking blood from like where his horns connect to the top of his skull. He's going to be like, this one needs medical attention. He's going to look over at him. And
yeah, this one's with us.
He's going to be like, we're going to need at least 2 medical drones. And the other one starts calling in. Like, you see him take a step back from you guys so that if you were going to charge him, he'd have a few feet to respond. And then he like gets on his little helmet thing and he's like, yeah, this is 247. We're at site. And we're going to need a lot of backup. We're going to need at least 1 homicide detective and 2 emergency medical drones. No, make that 3 emergency medical drones. And we need those ASAP. And you can hear a little bit of, like from the other side of the radio, but you can't tell what's said. And they're just going to hold you here. You guys might feel the need to say something here, or to do stuff. But they're not really interested in taking your statements right now. So you guys are welcome to like try to say something, but like all they really want is for you to keep your hands where they can see them and stay where you're at until, other people get there.
Hey, officer! I just want to let you know this is not good over here. I'm covered in blood, and this guy's. I don't think this guy's gonna make it here. I don't know what's happening, but I am worried about my friend over there. Is there any way I can help him? Because I don't think this guy's gonna make it at all.
Please keep doing what you're doing. Tubbs can tell this guy is very recently, like as you were saying that, he's rattled off, like he's taken his last breath. And he's dead. But you also can see that the officers, being just two of them surrounded by this group, are very tense, and you get the distinct impression that they're not going to want you to move. However, within a minute, 2 more officers, 2 medical drones show up, and an actual cruiser pulls up beside the walkway and uses special access to, like right here, to open up the like the window that goes to outside. So there's like a patrol air car out there now. And out steps, who gets a familiar token because I like recycling. A familiar face to the party.
Oh, thank God.
Holy shit, guys. Detective Paul is like, all right, everybody, get medical drones, get the injured. And he starts pointing to the various injured parties. And so the medical drones are, they're flying drones with 2 long arms. They have fine manipulators to do all sorts of medical stuff. And they can also carry a heavy load like a person. So they have like a built-in like web gurney they can use. And they're self-sufficient. They buzz out and they immediately start administering medical treatments. They scan through each individual person. Now that there are reinforcements here, the law enforcement officer closest to Brelix and Hylar takes a step forward and he's like, gentlemen, I need you to please take your hands and place them behind your head and face the wall. Are you carrying any weapons on you? Which, with Hylar's case, I imagine is a stupid question because the sword's probably not a concealable weapon.
Not at all. I mean, I have the trench coat, but it is definitely in the sheath and sticking out of my belt. So I'm going to like nod at it, but have my hands clearly up and comply. I do have weapons on me, but nothing in my pockets that are going to stick you.
All right. And he's going to move around. Is Bralex going to have any issues with doing this?
No, sir. I have, I think they call it a stunner.
Stun stick, but yes, close enough.
These are licensed weapons, by the way. But, yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment, he said. He does relieve you of all of the weapons he finds on your person. If you help him, he won't need a roll and he'll find all of them.
Yeah, I'm going to help him. So
Okay.
He's going to get my crossbow. Does he take the sword with the stun stick?
Yes, he takes every single one of your weapons, but he is very professional about it. Like, they're going in their own evidence bags, and the sword's case, it's getting a tag. They're all being segregated. The police in North Rio, for the most part, especially here towards the higher districts, are a very professional police force. That doesn't mean that they are completely unbiased or fair, but in this part of town, they're very what's the word I'm looking for? Proficient, I guess, is the best way to put it. At their jobs. Unlike the guys that you get down in the slums, which it's a mixed bag, right?
Yep.
So luckily for you, Detective Paul, being the first responder, he's already seen you guys, and he's walked pretty much straight over here. And as Hylar and Bralex are getting their weapons removed, and over here the same thing is happening with this, Detective Paul kind of walks straight up to Tubbs, who's over top of this guy who's just recently stopped breathing. And he looks down and he's like, all right, Tubbs, what happened? And is that a corpse underneath you?
Well, as Tubbs looks down and looks at the guy, he's like, he wasn't a few minutes ago, but I think he's gone now.
Okay. You are just a mess. And he like summons the medical drone and gets like a whole roll of like paper towel sized wet wipes and hands them to you to like clean up. He's like, I need to know what happened here. And I also need you to hand over any weapons that you have.
Not a problem, detective. I've got some mace. Let me finish wiping myself up here if you don't mind. But I have some mace and a stun glove that I can give you. Let me clean them off for you. But that's all I've got. But in response, I mean we were here and these guys just jumped us, and we were trying to protect ourselves, and all of this stuff kind of happened.
It just kind of happened. Tubbs, you just randomly got jumped by complete strangers who you've never met before, coming across a walkway, and it has nothing to do with anything else. It just happened.
Well, I mean, we got out of a club, and as we were walking home, yes, officer, that's our detective. That's exactly what happened.
This nice police officer here is going to have to temporarily restrain you while we complete our initial assessment here. Your weapons will be returned if you are deemed to be innocent of any charges.
Not a problem, detective. Whatever you need.
And he's going to wander this way, and one of the officers is going to walk up there, and he's gonna zip cuff Tubbs, which at this point is happening to all of the party members. And Paul's going to walk over here and be like, "Hi, Lar. Good to see you again."
Same. I'm sorry we have to keep seeing each other like this.
I was trying to point out to Tubbs the unique circumstances under which we keep meeting. I believe last time we spoke, I said something to the effect of, "Let's not meet again like this," or "Stay out of trouble," or I think I said something like that.
And then we became bounty hunters working for Griggs. And this is actually like we've done some good bounties in the past. This one's got us a little we might have bit off more than we could chew. Just being honest.
Okay, so these aren't just random thugs that jumped you. This is part of your bounty.
These are Greyjacks. I think you'll see that some of them have Greyjack symbolism on their outfits. You should definitely notice that. The Greyjacks are part of a mercenary group that used to work with Russo. He's our bounty target. Have you heard of him?
He is writing down everything you're saying furiously. He's like, "I had not heard of him, no. I have heard of these Greyjacks, only peripherally, but nothing that would make me think that they were going to just jump random civilians coming across. So what you're telling me now is that these guys work for a bounty, and this was motivated because of the bounty you're pursuing?"
I believe that to be the case, yes, detective. It's a Colonel Alonzo Russo. We can talk more, not here, if you want.
We're gonna get to that. All right, let's zoom in on a little bit more present tense, and he's gonna look at Braylax. Braylax, what happened right here on the bridge?
On the bridge, we had just gotten some more intel on Russo, and we were stopped by these guys, and they told us that we were asking the wrong questions and to stop. And we said, what? And then they had weapons, and then they attacked us. Two of them had knives, and the other two were huge, and they came at us. I was scared for my life, and I'm happy to still be here and talking to you right now.
So they attacked you, and the cameras are going to show that they attacked first.
Yes, I believe that with 100% truth.
He taps on his tablet, and he turns it around to Bralex, and it shows a very distinct scene. Now, it's blurry because of the focus, but it very distinctly shows a shouting match and then Hylar pulling his sword out and swinging at the first guy. You sure you want to stick with that?
Everything was happening really fast. I believe the other guy had his weapon out as well.
Interesting. And he taps on that. And then he looks back at the LEO with him, and he's like, you can put these two in the back of the cruiser. We'll finish their interrogation at the station. And he walks back over here and says a few things that you can't really hear. But the premise you get as the three of you are being packed up in the cruiser is that Marcus is going to the hospital. Marcus's head is all busted up. So they're carting him off, and they can't get much out of him. They also segregate the two surviving thugs. Another cruiser. So like they put you guys in a cruiser and it pulls forward and kind of just rests up here, and another one comes up and they pull these guys. Actually, he would stop and talk to them for a few minutes. Paul would. That's not Paul. Where'd Paul go? Paul's here. This guy's dead. This guy's dead, Dave. So they would, he'd talk to them, and then they'd pack them in another cruiser. And then there would be a long ride in the back of a cruiser to the local precinct. Is there anything you guys want to say? You're all in the back of the same cruiser. So it's fitted for 4 people. There's 3 of you. And just quiet.
I'm going to miss that sword. We're not going to get that back for a while. It's definitely evidence,
I mean, we were searching for a bounty, right? And they attacked us.
Yeah, well, I think I probably hit him first with the sword, but he did say that he wasn't going to let us go, and that we've been learning too much. So, I wasn't going to wait for him to hit me.
But you were scared for your life, for my life. You were protecting me from the dangerous criminals.
That's true. And we might be able to prove that they're Greyjacks. I don't know if the camera footage is going to show their symbols on their, they weren't wearing uniforms, but they had jackets and stuff. But I don't know.
The video shows that you were just kind of, even though you struck first, like you guys said, we were still we were threatened. We were protecting ourselves, and man, I need a bath. I need a shower or something. This is awful.
You have no idea how bad you smell. I can tell you, it is bad.
Yeah, this is just not. I got things dripping off me. That this is.
Depending on where you're going, you may want to reconsider that shower thing.
I'll take a hose in the back of the police station if that's willing.
I don't think they're going to delouse us or anything. But the jail shower is definitely a communal one.
Well, hopefully, hopefully you guys got my back, because oh gosh, I'm gonna get some soap on a rope. Definitely, this is
got your back.
I don't want to see your back, actually. Look, I think we should maybe call Griggs and see what kind of resources we can pull there, if any.
Hopefully, there's some kind of. Because you told me I totally forgot to say anything about us being bounty hunters or on a bounty, but hopefully that I heard you talking to the detective about that, but I'm hoping that that's going to at least cut us some slack,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we got Paul. He seems like a good one.
Yes, he was much less racist against you than the other cop.
The other one called me Kitty. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that was just terrible. That was, my gosh.
Show him a kitty. Anyway, this is actually the first time I've been arrested.
I mean,
this zip tie thing is not fun.
we were detained in the airport that time.
That's true, but that was zip ties. These are definitely professional cuffs. They're more comfortable than the ones we use.
That was catch and release. This is you're going to be on somebody's plate.
Ah, I see.
So the police pull into like a docking station, and they pull you out and they separate you out into individual interrogation rooms. So you're each taken to your own cell where you cannot hear or see your teammates. And a generic officer comes in and does the equivalent of them reading you your rights. They let you know that you're under investigation, or the initial investigation for potentially murder, blah 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 blah. And they were like, if you don't have an attorney, one can be appointed for you. You can choose to represent yourself, but that's not advisable. And you'll be given communicator privileges after the initial set of interviews is over. You're not restricted to one phone call. Is the advantage of this situation is they fully intend if they decide to charge you for you to be able to mount a legal defense. And like I said, they are proficient and professional. It does not mean they're on your side. And doing a couple of rolls here. Oh yeah. So the first thing that's going to happen is Detective Paul is going to walk in and talk to Braylax. So Detective Paul's going to walk in. Braylax, how are you doing? Let me get you out of those cuffs. And he's going to lean over and he's going to uncuff you from the desk. So,
Thank you, sir.
we've been reviewing the footage, and it's relatively obvious that you and Marcus did not actually commit any lethal actions during the encounter. There are significant questions that are going to be raised of your friends, and you're welcome to stay or go as you want. Some of my officers may contact you with additional requests for statements. You can stay to support your friends, or you can go home. It's up to you. But you're free to go. And there's an officer outside with your gear. And, you're off the hook. Because the video showed that you were almost not involved in the encounter. He tries to sugarcoat that particular part.
May I act as a advocate for my friends?
Is your advocate 2?
Advocate 1.
Advocate 1. Okay, give me an advocate roll to cite whatever rule would let you, like, as a freelance defender, represent them.
6, 7, 8.
8's a pass. Okay. So you cite the laws that basically says, can I be their communal freelance defender? And Paul's going to be like, I mean, stick around. If you stay here, I'll pass on your offer to do that to Hylar and Tubbs. They'll be offered a public defender otherwise. Unless, of course, your new agency you're working for, he said Griggs, so I'm guessing that means Urban Bounty, unless they're going to provide an advocate. Which I don't know if they do or not. As a rule, we have an understanding with Urban Bounty, but as a rule, Urban Bounty hunters don't just kill people in the street. So, it's an unusual situation all around. Anyway, you're welcome to wait in the lobby. And he steps out the door.
I shakily walk out to the lobby, and I'm going to call Griggs.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that call first. So you hit the button and call Griggs. Yeah, you get something on those bounties already? Alex, I didn't expect to hear from you so soon.
We have many leads, but we are in need of legal defense. We killed 2 people in self-defense.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
They were threatening us. I'm at the police station right now. I am aware of Statute 4, subsection 3, where I could step in as a in lieu of a public defender, and have offered that to the detective. We have actually we've interacted with Detective Paul before, so they're we have a sympathetic ear. And
hey, Brylix, let me stop you right there. Let's make one thing very clear. I understand that you like this Detective Paul guy. He is not your friend. You understand that he is a police officer here to charge somebody with murder.
Yes, legally, okay. and yes, but I believe that we acted in self-defense. I know that we acted in self-defense.
Well, I have a hotline for an advocate that you could have come in and help you. He's not the best, and his fees will come out of your next commission of a bounty, assuming that there is a next commission of a bounty. But whether or not you call him or not is up to you. I'm going to send you the details. This is not ideally how I like to do business. We like to do a little bit subtle, but I also understand that sometimes shit goes sideways. So, if you need further help, you can ask, but I probably won't be able to do anything to resolve your legal issues beyond provide a potential advocate.
This is very helpful. I have not done any legal things outside of a classroom setting, and having somebody with real hands in the kitchen experience would be very beneficial, I believe.
You guys are so fucked. Anyway, call me and let me know how that works. And click.
Thank you. Oh.
So then we pan back to Paul. He's going to start with Hylar. So he walks into the interrogation room. Mr. Hylar, I apologize for the restraints. However, in the circumstances we find ourselves in, they are considered necessary by protocol. And he sits down and he spins his tablet around on a stand, and it's showing like the security cam footage from both angles. Basically, it's showing the entire encounter, but the part that's kind of on a loop on one part is that initial moment where the guy comes at you, and you guys know what was said, and there is audio on this camera, but it's so incredibly bad that you can't really make out what people are saying. So he's like, I'm going to get right down to it. The video isn't super helpful to determine which one of you struck first. It does appear that you could have struck first, and that is certainly what the other 2 Greyjacks are claiming, is that you saw them and attacked them simply because they were part of a mercenary group that was on contract to your bounty target. It is very important that you understand that this conversation is being recorded, and you and I can have a candid conversation right now, or you can wait for your advocate. Your friend Braylex has offered to represent you, and he's contacting your bounty office now to see if they have some sort of legal representation. But it is possible, depending on the outcome of this particular investigation, that you will be charged with murder.
It's going to put a damper on my dating life, I got to tell you.
That depends on who you like. to date, he smirks.
Gross. I'm gonna wait for the advocate to get here.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and activate your communication privileges. You will have to stay restrained to the table, with the communicator link in the table will allow you to call anybody you want to talk to. Those calls are monitored, just so you are, completely aware. And your friend Braylax was expressing a significant amount of concern. So I suggest you at least touch base with him and let you know what your plan is. I'm going to go speak to your friend Tubbs now, and I'll be back once I'm done making my rounds. And he's going to walk out of there. One of the officers is going to come in. He's going to bring you some water, and he's going to have the communicator activated on your table, and then he's going to step back outside. Tubbs, Detective Paul walks in. You're in the same scenario, handcuffed to a desk, sitting there. And he's going to walk in and say, Mr. Tubbs, he's going to spin the tablet around the same way he did. I would like to notify you that the investigation, based on this imagery of you holding this individual until his neck breaks, that it is possible that you are going to be charged with murder. You are not under any obligation to have a conversation with me about this, but you can also sit and have a discussion with me about what happened here if you would like, or you can wait for your advocate. Your friend Braylex has offered to represent you, and I think he's contacting your bounty agency right now to potentially secure you an advocate from them, or see what services they offer. I'm also going to activate your communicator privileges so that you can call whoever you want or have a group call with your co-defendants. Just understand that this line is monitored, and he's gonna, give you the same spiel. He's shown you the evidence that they're basing it on. They're gonna bring you a thing of water and activate your communicator, just like they did with Hylar. What does Tubbs do?
So I thank you, Detective, for the water and the wet naps. Those helped out a lot. I'm still feeling really grummy here, but yeah, even though I am innocent of what you are perceiving in the camera, I'm gonna wait for my advocate. I'd like to contact Braylex, and I know you said he's already working on that with our agency, so I think that's what I need to do. But again, thank you.
Very well. It's a wise move. And he's going to stand up and walk out of the room. And now you guys can make your telephone calls. Just so you know, Hylar and Tubbs kind of have to call out. The lines don't work coming in.
Dial 9, and then T. Taylor's phone number.
Okay. Ring, ring. Hi.
Oh, I was hoping to get your voicemail.
Hylar, why are you calling from the 43rd precinct? And her voice suddenly turns very suspicious.
The caller ID picked that up, huh? I'm probably going to prison.
You're what?
I can't say much right now, but we were on a bounty, and things got dicey.
Oh my god. Do you have an advocate?
There is one coming. I'm not going to say anything until they get here, but I wanted to give you a heads up that this is where my day has been. So don't wait up for me,
Roll luck roll.
Oh god. Oh, I do have a nifty new luck point, so my luck is now 11, and I rolled a 6.
So is 11 a +2 or a +1?
I think 11 is still a +1, so it's only a 7.
11 is a +1, so it's only a 7. Okay, so she's going to be like, all right. Did you actually... Well, no, you can't say that over this line because you are in jail, and she's not pleased.
Yep.
She's like, I will make arrangements to contact you once your advocate has contacted me, which you're totally going to make happen.
Yeah, it might be Brelix.
Oh my god.
He's been taking the classes. I think they're in person now. They might be online. I don't know. His anxiety is a little weird. But I think we'll be okay. I don't know if me and you are gonna be okay. Hopefully you're not that mad, but you're my first call.
It's like, your first call should have been to your advocate, but that's sweet. I'm not mad. I'm irritated.
Me too. It should not have been like this. We got jumped. But look, I'll talk to you more about it later.
Also, call your advocate. And, you say your goodbyes, and the phone clicks over, and what's our next call that goes?
Griggs. Oh, no. I've already been told that Griggs has an advocate coming. I'd make no more phone calls.
Okay. Tubbs, who do you call?
So I'm going to make a phone call over to Braylix to find out the information about what's going on and if we have any representation or what the status of representation is.
Boop, boop. This is Brelix. Rick says that we can call this 1-800 number, but he wasn't too keen on the lawyer that's there, and I feel like I could probably do just as good of a job, if not better. I also might call them anyway, because having more help is better than not having any help, and I want you guys not in prison. What do you think?
I don't want to be in prison, especially, again, we're innocent, so I want to make sure that we're protected too. So, let's. I would think let's see if we can. Have you talked to Hylar yet about this?
No, he has not called. I assumed he was going to call. Glad you called first.
All right. Hopefully he calls, but I think we need to. If I don't know if anything about this law stuff. That's not my thing. I know that you're doing a lot of studies and stuff with that, but I think the more help, the merrier in this scenario is my thought process, at least.
Okay, I'm going to call this 1-800 number, and hopefully we'll get a good lawyer from there. Call me back in 5 minutes after I can run through the automated lawyer channel.
Okay, I'll make it 10, and hopefully Hylar will give you a call also.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's back to Hylar. I'm DTMFing on the phone. Doot 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 doot. I should probably call Brelix.
It's up to you. Yeah, otherwise we could go to Braylix's call to the Urban Bounties retained attorney. Advocate. They're called advocate in the system.
I'll call Brelix real quick.
Okay.
Bring.
Oh, that's the last number I was about to... it's boop. Yes, this is Brelix.
Hey, it's Hylar. I'm in jail. Are you not in jail?
No, apparently if you are inept at trying to kill and hurt people, then they don't let you be arrested for killing and hurting people.
That's interesting. That means that if you stay out of all the fights, you could possibly get us out of the aftermath.
Yes, that's why I'm here. Did they tell you that I stepped in and could be your advocate?
They did say that, and they said maybe you'd be contacting Urban Bounties.
I did. Greg said that they have a bounty, that we're in deep shit. That's his words, not mine, and that he's got a lawyer on retainer, but he's not the best, and if we use him, we got to pay him out of our next bounty. But I've got a lot of confidence in all of the things that I do and can recite a bunch of very old laws and some new laws, but the old laws are more fun to memorize.
Well, I'm fucked. You go ahead and you call them down here, please.
Yeah, Tubbs said the same thing. I think that's just like to assist me as I'm being a great advocate for you.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Also, he called first. Does that mean that he likes me more than you do?
I
Or maybe-
had other people to call, Brelix. I'm sorry, but you said just earlier today that Marcus was your best friend. So I don't really want to hear this.
Shit. Marcus, I need to check on him. He was in a lot of pain and his horns were bleeding. I've never seen his horns bleed, and he had so many things that he's hit with his head before.
Do you think he's still at the hospital? You should call out there, call the lawyer. I'm gonna chill here with these handcuffs on.
Yes, yeah, I'm calling the lawyer first so that we can get better, not better, but so I can be assisted in being the lead advocate.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, good luck. Stay strong. Beep.
Such a timid hang up. All right, Brelex, you're kind of running this operation. You're the legal defense expert. What do you want to do next?
I've got to call my extra legal defense, call the Urban Bounties retained advocate.
Okay. So you ring through to Jal Paul. He's a entry level, so that advocates on this world come in 3 levels that are basically advocates 1, 2, and 3. To make it simple for you as a player to understand, because we are not going to go super deep into complex laws. I'm not going to expect you to know that. We're not going to do that. Yeah, that's very much what it is, Ghost. So this guy's a level 1, and you're a level 1. You both are in the same level of advocate level. So you call him, and he picks up the phone, and he's like, "Is this Brelix?"
Yes.
Yeah. Greg's called me, said you might be wanting to retain my services. I have no idea what the details of your case are, but I can be down at the precinct in like 20 minutes. Do not let anybody talk anybody, and it's $1,000 a day, 1,000 credits a day. So.
Yes, that sounds great. Yes, get down here as quick as possible.
Right. Yeah, I'll be there. And he clicks. 20 minutes.
Now I have to call the hospital, check in on my buddy.
Yeah, 20 minutes go by. You call the hospital, check in. Marcus is going into cranial surgery. His condition is listed as not critical, but the step below critical.
Severe. That sounds worse than critical. No, he's okay. He'll be. Oh, Marcus.
So now that now that Jal Paul is here, the Urban Bounties advocate, and Brelix is here, he rolls up and he's basically scrolling through a tablet. And he's like, "All right, looking at this, I think that we give a solid case for it being self-defense and not getting charges pressed. They haven't actually pressed charges yet. From the download I got from Detective Paul, they haven't concluded their initial investigation because, quite intelligently, which is not a tribute I normally ascribe to most of our bounty hunters, you guys didn't say shit without your advocate. So they can't finish their investigation. So we can do this a couple of different ways. We can sit in there with them. I can sit in there with them. You can sit in there with them, however you want to do it. And we can guide them through a conversation that tries to show that they were using self-defense. Or, since you were there, it'd probably be better if you did this. You could put together statements for each of them and then release a pre-prepared statement. The pre-prepared statement is safer because they can't say anything stupid, but it also isn't as effective as allowing the investigator to directly interview the client. Of course, the danger there is that the client will say something stupid. You got to know when to intervene and tell them not to say something. You guys are paying me, so I'll take whatever role you want in this particular endeavor.
I really like the draft a pre-prepared statement. It is 100% self-defense. We could also attack the character of the Greyjacks, like they clearly
That's
are
trial speak. Right now, we're not doing that.
Oh yes, yeah. That's why you're paid to do this, and I'm just reading about it.
Yeah, all we're doing right now is allowing the investigators to investigate and decide whether or not they're going to press charges. And if we do this right, they don't press charges.
That sounds like the real goal.
Yes, that's the real goal. Because if this goes to trial, this is going to become much more complicated. You and I are going to have to work together quite a bit to take it to trial. That's going to be months of work. Let's try to make this hours of work instead.
Yeah, yes, that's a great idea. So
Okay.
You said it's better. Okay. I can draft a pre-prepared statement because I was there.
Why don't you interview both of your friends and do a pre-prepared statement if that's what you want to do? If you know that you're innocent and you have faith in the abilities of your co-workers to talk to the detective, I can say that doing the interview with the detective is a more effective way to win. But it comes with risk. If they say the wrong thing, it's on the record. So I'll let you talk to your friends. When you do your statements, please provide it to me and I'll review it. And then you and I will talk to the detective. If that's how you want to roll.
Yes, they have to call out to us so that we can have or are we lawyers? So can we say like we need a minute with our clients?
Yes.
Advocates.
Yes, they're gonna take us in there to talk.
Okay, so we're going in, we're going to talk to them, and then we'll decide if coaching or pre-prepared statement.
You're gonna decide.
Yes, of course. I'm going to decide. Guard, can I go confide with my client?
Yeah. And they take you to which one you want to go to first.
We'll start with Hylar.
Okay. They take you to Hylar. Jal Paul stays out in the lobby.
Sounds good. Relics comes in. He's speaking a mile a minute of all of the things that he's ever could have thought. And he goes, "Hey, Jal Paul is he knows his stuff. We need. I think that you should have a coach not a coach statement, but I think you should be interviewed by the police. I'll be here present with you and tell you when to not withhold, but when to not answer the question. You haven't been formally charged with anything. Another thing we could do is have a prepared statement. I could write those because I was there too. We 100% acted in self-defense."
Lifts his head up off the table and looks at Brelix for the first time since he came into the room and vomited all of those words at him. You want me to talk to the cops, but you're going to tell me when to not say something?
I'll stop and I'll say that's speculative, but like it was self-defense. Like that should be easy. That's a very effective way of doing all of the right things, but you need to be very smart with your words, and you are very smart with your words.
All right, so I guess I'll write a story down, what actually happened, and then that's my prepared statement, and then I'll read from that to Detective Paul. Right?
I mean, that's a prepared statement. You also could just answer Detective Paul's questions, because we don't have to hide behind not hiding behind a prepared statement. I said all of the words at the same time, and I said the yes side and I said the no side. I think that you and I should do the no side, where we just answer his questions and we think very intelligently before we answer all of his questions.
Okay. All right, come around to this side of the table. We'll call him in.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have an intercom. You can ask Detective Hall to join you. He comes. It takes a few minutes. You guys have a few moments of, I imagine, awkward silence. And then...
Were you sleeping when I walked in?
Can't do anything else. I'm literally chained to the table.
Oh, you're just so calm. Because we're innocent and acted in good faith.
Uh-huh.
Click, door opens. Gentlemen, I see you decided to have Brelex be your representation for advocates. Can we now continue this interview now that you have your legal representation in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just so you're aware, this entire conversation will be monitored and recorded for later use. We are here to determine whether or not to charge you with the crime of murder in the second degree. With the video that we have that I've shown you as our evidence, we can determine that it is possible that you struck first in an altercation that resulted in the death of an individual. We have two of the individual's acquaintances who are adamant that you were the aggressors in said scenario. There is a considerable amount of blurriness to the story from the various interviews I've had, even amongst your own party members. Some of the details just aren't matching up. So what I'd like to start with, Hylar, if you're willing, is I'd like you to just in your own words tell me exactly what happened just between you and this individual who ended up dead, step by step.
We were walking the walkway back from a meeting. The men approached us very quickly and got into our, frankly, faces. They got really close. I know one of my group was talking about using pepper spray. We were trying to be non-lethal. Anyway, I'm sorry. So they got into our faces. The one man approached me. He was wearing a white shirt, and he told us that we weren't going any further, and that we had been asking a lot of questions, and we needed to stop doing that. I don't remember his exact words. I'm sorry. But he then said we would not be moving. We had a problem. I tried to de-escalate it with words first, but then he brandished a weapon at me and said that I wasn't going anywhere. So, in fear of my life, I unsheathed my sword in a fashion that would hit him. But, I'm defending myself. He did brandish a weapon and was definitely in my face aggressively.
And then you struck him down.
If I remember the fight correctly, my first hit actually didn't penetrate him. It didn't hurt him at all. He parried it quite easily. I think you could see there on the video. And then, yes, all hell broke loose. And they did brandish. They brought weapons out and started attacking us. All of them. And I was also trying to defend my buddy Brelex here, who is not combative in the least bit.
I see. Mr. Brelix, as Mr. Hylar's advocate, do you have anything to add?
No, Hylar acted in self-defense. His statement is true, and it was all self-defense, sir.
Okay, give me that all-important advocate roll.
So cooked, I'm going to jail. This guy behind this glass is just going to shoot me in the head.
789. 9.
Okay. So, Detective Paul says, all right, I think I have everything I need for this particular interview. I was planning on interviewing Mr. Tubbs next. Bralex, are you going to be sitting in on his interview as well?
I'm going to consult with my co-counsel, but probably.
Very well. That's up to you. I'll be joining Mr. Tubbs in about 5 or 10 minutes if you'll be ready in that time.
Yes, sir.
And he steps out of the room.
Brelix turns to Hylar, gives him a big goofy double thumbs up, goes for a high five, realizes he's still shackled to the
Hylar's
table.
still like, I'm going to prison.
Going to fucking prison. He left the room without undoing the handcuffs, so like, I'm so cooked. I just put my head back down on the table.
Well, no, he still has to decide if they're pressing charges or not. And then him leaving, he needs to go finish his story with the other defendant. And, well, it's not a defendant yet because they still haven't decided to press charges. And yeah, it's very typical to do this whole process. We did a great job. Thank you so much. Stay strong.
Thanks, bro.
And then I talk to all the people until I make it back out.
Okay. You get back out to Jaw Paul, and he's actually coming out of the interrogation rooms across the hall. And he's like, Bralex, they let me sit in on the interview with the Greyjacks. And they obviously have an advocate who probably just sat in on whatever statements you were making, just so you're aware. But I have a little bit of information for you. The Greyjacks, their advocate slipped up and mentioned... So they have a lie detection system. It's relatively advanced, however, it's banned from involuntary use by law. However, you could volunteer it. He looks at Bralex and he's like, and if you're sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you're innocent, as a last wild card, you could agree to let them use this device while you give your statement. It'll tell whether or not you're lying, as long as it's calibrated correctly for your species. It's not 100% reliable, which is why it's illegal to be used in investigations without being volunteered. I thought you should be aware that it was brought up during the Greyjacks, and they adamantly did not want to use it, which did sort of make them look guilty, even though that can't be used in the investigation against them. It gave me the idea of bringing it up to your clients if you want. You don't have to. But also the Greyjacks have stuck with the story that they were just walking down the walkway and Hylar attacked them. That is their story.
I mean, that's not what the video evidence shows, correct?
Video evidence is pretty obscure. There's a lot of shouting going back and forth, but the first person to swing their weapon at an opponent was Hylar, but the video also shows that the Greyjacks all had weapons in their hands. So it could go either way, if I'm being completely honest. The video is not conclusive one way or the other.
Okay, so the best chance, a great chance, you're not mentioning any of this because you're a lawyer and you're not a lawyer, you're an advocate, and I'm just putting all of the things together. Did you know you were in the other one? Tubbs is our last guy to go. He, I didn't even know he. No, they definitely. I saw the guy's neck was really broken. But he definitely didn't intend on killing him and offering the. Yeah, I have 100% faith in Tubbs. I'm gonna go bring that to him. You're worth every penny we're spending.
That's good to hear. Also, if it were me, I would save the lie detector for a last resort mechanism if you think things are going badly. But definitely bring it up to your two associates.
Definitely. Thank you.
I believe it's time for Tubbs' interview.
Yes. Officer, can I go consult with my client?
Yeah, and he escorts you through. Detective Paul's actually waiting at the door. It took you a little bit longer than he expected to do that, but he has not gone in to talk to Tubbs yet because his attorney isn't there.
Yes, can I have like 30 seconds, sir?
Sure. Just give me a knock when you're ready.
Yes, sir. Tubbs, so we, you're going to have to answer all of the questions truthfully and intelligently. Do you understand all of that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I have no desire to give the complete truth here. We're innocent of this. We were just protecting ourselves.
Yeah, yes. And if things are going bad, we can offer to let them put you under a voluntary lie detector. How does that sound?
I'm a little nervous about those things, and I don't know a lot about them, but I'm definitely not going to say anything about a lie detector unless you, as my advocate, recommend that we need to go that direction. So I'm not going to say anything unless you say something.
Yep, 100. Yes, I will be aware of when things are going off the rails, and I will offer that to the detective. Right now, they still haven't filed to press charges, so they're still investigating. And as long as they can conclude that it was self-defense, then we're good to go, and we can leave today, hopefully.
Did you talk to our other advocate, Zhao Paul? What did he say?
He said, answer truthfully, or you could write a prepared statement, and we can read the prepared statement. But if you answer their questions and they actively investigate you, that looks best for you.
Okay, so which way do you think it sounds like you want me to answer honestly and not do the prepared statement. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay, I'll do what you recommend, Braylax.
Got it. And then I go knock on the door and walk around the steps. I'm my buddy.
Gentlemen, are you going to be proceeding with the interview then?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Mr. Tubbs, this entire conversation will be recorded for the purposes of determining the investigation. It will be a matter of record. Your advocate, Mr. Braylax, will be here to support you, and if any time you want to terminate the conversation, you just let me know. And he hits a button and the recorders turn on. And he says, all right, Mr. Tubbs, I've gone through the fight as it was. And the reason that I find yours a little difficult to ascertain is, from what I can gather, looking at this video, you had complete leverage over your opponent. Could have non-lethally resolved the scenario. And then you snapped his neck. Obviously, I could be missing something, so if you could just tell me, from your perspective, just the encounter with this one individual that you were engaged with. And he flips the tablet around so that you can see the lens eye view of the photo, and it shows you putting this guy in a chokehold. And then there's a very sudden movement, and then he drops to the ground with his neck broken. And he's like, this looks a lot Like, you just broke this guy's neck. Could you please tell me what happened during this encounter in your own words?
Of course, detective. So, I'm really disappointed that video doesn't show you more of what happened, because it would help, alleviate this concern and prove my innocence. But I just was trying to protect my friends. They were in danger. I ran over to help, and before that happened, we kind of just shadow boxed each other a little bit. There wasn't any even connections with each of us. But once I was able to, we were kind of rolled around. Once we got into, I was able to get him into a headlock. I was so scared for my friends. I was worried for their safety, and I was holding him tightly. And just as I was about to move away, like, let go and push him away from me, since he was away from my friends, that was when I slipped. And the part that you don't see in the video is where we fell. Both of us fell, and that is where he ended up getting his neck broken as a consequence of both of us falling. Um, I, it was that's something I wish the video could show you, so that it could, prove my innocence, and that this was something that I did not do.
All right, we can work with that. He writes down everything. So what you are saying is that it was an accident. That in the struggle, there was no intention to kill him, but that he died because of this slipping that happened because you two were struggling.
You're absolutely right. I have no desire to hurt anybody, and I mean, you can look at even the type of things that I bring with me. I bring a stunner and non-lethal, like a pepper spray. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I do want to protect my friends, and this was a terrible accident that happened.
He kind of looks at you side-eye a little bit, and he's like, Mr. Tubbs, assuming everything you just said is true, you might be in the wrong profession for not wanting to hurt anyone, regardless of your intentions. However, that little bit of advice is to the side of this particular conversation. Mr. Bralex, as his advocate, do you have anything to add?
Self-defense plus accidental tragedy. That is his story. If things are not looking bleak, that is his story, and there was no intent to kill. It was just a accident, sir.
Give me your all-important advocate roll.
10, 11, 12.
Okay. All right. Detective Paul's like, all right, I need to go consult with the other detective who's interviewing the other side of this, and we need to meet with the magistrate and get a verdict from the magistrate. That will probably take about 30 or 40 minutes. You're welcome to meet with your clients, and they are welcome to make phone calls. If you'd like, I can have you moved into the same room.
Yes, sir. That would be excellent.
He heads out. A few minutes later, an officer stops by, and he's like, I got a transfer order to move Mr. Tubbs over to Mr. Hylar's interrogation room. And escort you guys over there. So the whole party can be in one room. Tubbs is secured to the table, though.
Oh, I can't get my handcuffs off then either. Damn.
Do you want to consult with our advocate, Jal Powell?
Yeah, bring him in here. He seems expensive.
You guys bring him in. Jal Powell is like, okay. Good news, bad news.
Good news first.
Oh, I was asking you.
Well, We made statements. The officer asked all of the questions. We answered them all truthfully, and I believe that things went really well.
Okay. Well, I watched the rest of the interviews with the Greyjacks. They don't understand the law here. They have a incredible disrespect for the local officers, and while they haven't done anything that is legally going to trip them up, they've actually helped our case in subtle ways. So I feel pretty good about this too. I've also petitioned the magistrate. They can only hold you for a certain amount of time while they make this decision, so they're on the clock now. So if they don't make a decision within the next hour, so they're going to have to release you anyway. They could still come back and charge you later if that happens, but if they don't make a decision, they can't hold you here indefinitely.
Yes, Detective Paul said that in 30 minutes they will come back with something. You're saying that, I guess that is the law, subsection 5. That would mean that that's a great idea.
He's not actually a very good attorney.
Yep, but like thinking of like petitioning things versus just looking at laws in a book and memorizing them, so that when they like the practicality of him applying them is something that is foreign to Brelix.
So that I'm not a threat and I can get these handcuffs off.
So traditionally, they'll take those off once they make a determination that you are not being charged with a crime. Until then, they have to treat you as though you are a potential murderer that could, use those dew claws of yours to rip their throat out.
Do that? I didn't do that at all.
Your record says otherwise.
You gotta look at my record?
Yes, I'm your advocate. He looks at Brelix. Did you not look at their records?
Can I see my record? Do you have it?
Yeah, he pulls it up on the tablet, and the only thing of note that's really on it is the rock venue event during which you were declared, without ever having to go through this process as part of the investigation, have acted in self-defense and killed someone with your dew claw. Like, that's probably not a pretty tick in your favor. It's definitely in there, though. Tubbs, on the other hand, has 7 speeding tickets.
7?
Delivering them pizzas, man. How many parking tickets?
Yeah, man. 20 minutes. They don't log those in your permanent record, but many.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, if we're, I got nothing to say. I'm just gonna sit here. This is still terrible. We're in this situation.
20 minutes or less, and the pizza's free, man.
So
And my dad makes me pay for it, guys. I just want to let you know that.
You have to pay for the gas for that thing?
Luckily, no, he paid for that. But I'm telling you, those pizzas, electric. If they're late, I'm telling, we have to charge it. Yeah, but I mean, but still, if those pizzas are late, Dad is making me pay for them.
Pretty brutal. Do you have any idea how long they can hold us left? Like how much longer they can hold us?
Yeah, if they're going to take 30 minutes to deliberate, they'll be ahead of the deadline, but I wouldn't anticipate it to be more than an hour. Of course, if they don't make a decision, that means they are considering charging you, and that's not necessarily a good thing.
I've had to pee since the meeting with the pilots, so I'm hoping we can hurry this up.
Well, I can get the guard to take you to the restroom.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah, let's do that.
He's like face palming, like Jesus.
I don't know what I'm allowed to do.
He has the guard take you to the restroom, and by the time you're done using the facilities and having the brief moment of not great feeling of a guard standing right behind you while you pee in handcuffs, and you come back, you like just have this brief vision that like this could be the rest of your life, and you start wondering about how conjugal visits work and whether or not Chitara is going to be interested in that. And then Detective Paul shows up. Like, oh, everybody's in the same room. That's good. I have good news, gentlemen. The magistrate has decided that you acted in self-defense and that no charges are going to be pressed. You'll be released and your equipment will be returned to you. I'm going to say this again just because it didn't seem to sink in last time. Please try to stay out of trouble. All right?
I'm trying. I don't mean to do it, but you're probably going to see us again because we're in this line of business.
Good luck, gentlemen. And he walks out. He looks so defeated. He looks so defeated.
I'm sorry, we're young, we're dumb, and we're full of guns.
Don't say that.
Are we still being recorded?
No, the officer comes in, uncuffs everybody, and you guys are free to go. Jaw Paul sends Braylex specifically the bill, and he goes on his way. Like, he no sooner has Detective Paul stepped out of the room that Jaw Paul was like, "Pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen," and he's like on to the next ambulance chase.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
Gosh, Braylex, thank you so much for getting us out of this. Guiding us through this. This is, man, thank you.
And not in the police officers. Let's head back to our homes. Let's stop by the hospital.
Yeah, we should see if Marcus is okay.
Oh yeah, Marcus! Holy crap!
He was in a severe situation, according to the automated phone system.
They're probably not going to let us in. It's pretty late and we're not family.
So
we can say we are.
Braylex, your phone beeps. There's a 1,200 credit bill from Jaw Paul.
1,200. He said it's only $1,000. Nope. Whatever. Our friends are okay. I pay it.
Oh, you don't even ask anyone else for it, so you just pay it?
Yeah.
All right.
What a guy! What a pal!
Have a hamburger?
Oh, you got all robot-y.
Oh, sorry. Can I have a hamburger?
He was at the drive-thru. Hamburger. Sorry, sir. Hamburger machine broke.
And then?
So, what are you guys going to do next? You said you're going to go to the hospital?
Yeah, we should check on Marcus.
How are you going to get to the hospital? You going to walk? You going to take a taxi? You going to... How are you doing it?
I'll look up from my phone and the extreme bill I just paid and watched my money cut in half and go, we could get a cab, but funds are tight again.
I've got some cash. I'll pay for it. I don't want to walk and get jumped again. Oh, did I get my sword and stuff back? They gave it all back to me?
They gave all your equipment back. You were innocent of committing a crime. You got all your stuff back.
Okay.
Did
I
they
still
give me any
have-
extra wet naps and stuff so I could continue to clean up?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's on you.
your clothes are permanently stained, but that's on you.
I love this shirt.
And pants and shoes and I mean, you kneel down in liters of blood. You're covered in it.
Your socks go.
Man, if I walk in the hospital looking like this, they're gonna think I'm another tragedy walking in the door.
Yeah, we should, let's go to the hospital anyway. I know you look like shit, but let's go quick.
Brelix is insisting. Come on, Marcus is hurt. We need to get there and see what the doctors will tell us.
Maybe his parents are there. Oh no. That's gonna be a really awkward conversation. Alright, let's take a cab. I'll pay for it. Let's go.
Hey, do you want to call your girlfriend and tell her that you're not arrested anymore? They never
good
press
idea.
charges.
That's a good idea. Good idea.
Oh my gosh, you told her? You might not have a girlfriend anymore.
You know, I'm really hoping that that's not the case, but I'm gonna go ahead and call her right now. from my phone.
From
Cell
your phone. Okay, so it rings, and she's like, "This is a good sign."
Yes, we got it all taken care of. Thank you for the support and kindness, and realizing that I'm not a complete derp. So,
I didn't.
yeah, we got it all figured out. No, I know you didn't say that, but I know you were kind of giving me that look behind the phone.
She's like, "We can discuss this more later." I got a phone call from Ricard and Katrina. Those are Marcus's parents. They're at the hospital right now. Marcus is not doing great. I just thought you'd want to know, and I figured you'd want to deal with that before you and I hash things out. But before you go panicking, you know, you're well, you're not off the hook. You're not in the doghouse either.
We're gonna go and head and see Marcus right now. Face his parents. Oh god.
You should do that.
Relix is just shouting into his phone, "I got him off! I got Hyler off!"
She sits there and you're like, you can see in your head her pinching her brow, chuckling, going, phrasing. You know what? Never mind.
That's why I keep him. It's great.
Oh. And yeah. So, you know, you're not in super hot water with the girlfriend. She was very close to hiring like the Johnny Cochran of attorneys to come down there and get you guys out of the thing. But that would require her to ask her parents for a favor.
And they hate me, so we don't want to go that route. But I'm sure that this could have gone completely differently. If we had gotten the other detective, Earl, this would have ended like with me in the room being like, "Yo, fuck yourself. I'm not saying shit to you till my fucking lawyer gets here."
Completely above table. My plan, if Earl was the investigator, was to have him like intentionally breaking every rule, and the way you won that was for Braylex to recognize those violations and then basically get the case thrown out. Whether or not he would have been able to actually do that, because he was really set on the no, it's self-defense argument, was not. Well, I don't know whether or not, as a player, Kizik would have made that connection. However, I suspect with all the good conversation that was going on tonight during the investigation, someone would have started bringing it up.
We didn't get our rights read.
Yeah, you're right. We weren't going into that level of detail, but
yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, that's the kind of thing that, you know, really, you guys could have made any argument that made sense, and that it would have come down to a roll. But the role play on it was really good. I thought you guys did very good back and forth on that. But anyway, you guys arrive at the hospital. It is super late at night. We're talking like 3 a.m. It is, you know, the hospital is closed to, you know, non-essential visitors, like even family, unless you're like immediate family. They're not encouraging visitors at this hour, and anyone in the severe treatment ward, they only even let one family member in at a time. So as you come into the lobby where the family members who aren't allowed to be in there are waiting, you're going to immediately see Rickard Hedvig. And he is Marcus's adopted father. What do you guys do?
Relix runs up to him and gives him a big hug and goes, how's Marcus?
And he's you know what? Let's do a little roll here. Oh yeah. Okay, so he gives Braylex a hug back. He's you know, he's a burly older guy, and you've seen like a heavy lift speeder fall on him before, and he didn't shed a tear, but his eyes are watering. And he's like, the doctor does not know if Marcus is going to live. Apparently, that knife that the guy stabbed him with has some sort of anticoagulant. So when the bleeding started, which wouldn't have normally been a problem, it didn't stop, and they're in there trying to stop it. We won't know for a couple of days.
I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry.
I mean,
Brelix doesn't like show a lot of emotions ever, like in his whole like species and everything, but Marcus being hurt and like potentially dying has hit a nerve that he didn't know really existed, and he's going to like ball into this father figure like thing because he has offered him a job his whole life. Like he's never like Brelix is now just overwhelmed with emotions and just is kind of broken. Also, he's now been up for 2 straight days and is just exhausted.
oh, I forgot about that. You should have been taking negatives to all those advocate roles. Good job not saying that during the interview.
Oh.
It's cool. It happened now. So Rickard's response is going to be, and Hylar's obviously there too, and Hylar's been around forever. Tubbs has been hanging. I mean, you all are pretty well associated with each other. Well, that's one of the reasons, Ghost. So anticoagulant is a medicine, not a poison.
I understand. I was being silly.
Yeah. So he's gonna say, gentlemen. Actually, he wouldn't say that. He'd say something like boys. Like, he's an older guy, and you guys are like his kids, adopted kids. He'd be like, whether or not Marcus makes it out of here tonight or tomorrow, there is nothing that you guys can currently do about that. There is something you can do about the assholes that put him in the hospital. And I am not a violent man by nature. I have always been opposed to the path that you guys have chosen. But just this once, I suspect you could be doing a lot better by stopping this from happening again.
We're just gonna kill all of them next time.
Brelix looks around for cameras in a like unnormally aware way and leans in real close and he goes, I'm gonna go kill somebody. They hurt Marcus.
I think Rickard would be disturbed to hear you say you were going to kill somebody, but at the same time, considering the circumstances, he's not going to say anything directly. He's just going to like give you a little pat on the shoulder and be like, I think you guys should go home and get some rest and then do what needs to be done. Make sure this doesn't happen to someone else. And if there are any updates, good or bad, with Marcus, I'll let you know.
All right, thanks. You got our phone numbers. You try to get some sleep too.
Yeah, that won't be happening. Good luck, boys.
Hug Marcus's mom for me. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
Brelix tries to give him one of those real big man handshakes, looks him deep in the eyes and goes, we'll get him.
It's probably because you guys have all spent a lot of time with Rickard. This is probably the closest you've ever seen him to basically saying go commit violence. Like it's a unusual state of mind for a man that you have known for many years to be more or less a pacifist. Pacifist is the right word. Defensive strictly in nature. He would defend his life or the life of a family member, but he would never pursue someone.
Seen him pick up an engine block. He's pretty strong, too.
He is very
Ah.
strong. He's not the kind of person you would want to make that kind of angry.
Well, let's get some clean tubs going. We'll go back to the apartment. And what do you say we tackle this after some rest? Brelix, do you have the names of those two guys because of the investigation and you being an advocate and everything?
I should have access to that, right?
You have access to that, and you still have access to the email chains from like the investigation you did earlier, which has several of the Grey Jacks. Like, it has a lot of the Grey Jacks who weren't there in the walkway, as well as the two who lived. So you've got kind of a phone call list of the Grey Jacks.
And I've got a phone number to ask about, hey, I'd like to sign up for the...
Aurelian Revitalization Initiative.
Yeah. Needed to scroll up higher. Aurelian Revitalization contact pull tab.
And on that note, you guys are going to see, as you're sitting in the lobby for a few minutes, gathering yourselves before you leave, a news article that Ghost is going to go over while I take a quick break.
Oh boy. Good evening, North Rio. I'm Cal Colorado with North Rio Action News. A group of 4 professional thieves raided the Polar Poultry Factory last night, leaving 74 workers dead in the wake of their devastating attack on the packing facility in Polito. Police are baffled. Sorting through wreckage and death, the pros left very little evidence behind, wiping CCTV footage along their route inside the facility, and using untraceable, high-caliber, military-style weapons to kill all witnesses in their way. A red light traffic camera caught the only image so far. 4 figures in armored military gear. Their stolen black track sedan whipping through the streets of the city. Polar Poultry founder and CEO Fred Wings has yet to make a public statement, but financial records show he immediately moved 6.7 million credits into a stock buy of Militium Holdings, the premier private army. Authorities also confirmed the same group has stolen a military half-track vehicle equipped with anti-air weapons. I'm Cal Colorado. This is North Rio Action News, breaking news and repairing it. That's my Polar Poultry raid.
What a cut. What a sign off.
Breaking news and repairing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, we did all of those things last Saturday.
We did do those things on Grand Theft Auto. It was fun. There was a Polar Poultry raid. But it wasn't polar.
Yeah, I'm not good at driving cars.
No, you're not. You got, you
No.
got through the whole article?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll look forward to listening to it later when I review the footage. If anyone else needs to take a bio break, now's a good time.
I switched to the phone real quick.
Yeah, you usually do, but I know that Kizik uses a full microphone and Dodubs does now too, so those of us that are tied to our computers just want to give an opportunity.
I'm good.
Dodubs?
Nope, same here. I'm good.
Did you enjoy the news article?
It was really good.
These adventures and more can also be yours. Small price of playing some GTA with us. In your copious spare time that you, of course, have plenty of. All right.
Yep.
Of course.
So, what are you guys' next step? First off, let's go ahead and I'm assuming you guys regroup because you guys have to sleep unless you want to start suffering some severe consequences, like medical intervention might be necessary for poor Bralex if you didn't get some sleep soon.
Nope. Shower, sleep. Sounds good.
Yeah, sleep and then more sleep. I lost a hit point Oh man, do I need to be under medical things to get my 1 hit point back for taking a stim?
You don't have to be, but you could be because Thodubs has the medic skill. So he could be your doctor's care. You also were just at a hospital, so you could get it treated professionally. If you do, then I'll make a roll for you real quick. 1 point should not be a big issue. But also, you can make an endurance roll, and if it's a positive effect, you get those points back. That may not be the best option, depending on what your endurance is, which, if I remember correctly, is not great.
My endurance is 1 right now.
Yeah. Is 1. Oh,
Yeah,
because
it
it started at 2.
Then I drank a bunch of caffeine, and it halved my total health.
Oh boy,
So
that's dangerous. Yeah.
So yeah, you may want to have Thodubs do the doctor's care thing.
Let's do it.
All right, it's a +2. You just roll your medic score. And what this will do is this advances time 24 hours.
So just medic. So
Yes.
7.
See Tubbs standing in the shower with like water. That like super director scene. It's just like red water on the floor. Montage.
I said it's a +2 in the beginning. Is it not? Did you not
+2 for me, or you said my medic?
No, because you're taking a full day. So remember, taking more time to do something changes the score. You can interpret that one of 2 ways. I could have said it's a 6 to pass, and I guess that would have made it easier for you. But in essence, taking an entire day, a 24-hour period, which is how the hospital thing works, gives you your points back. So anyway, yes, that works.
Okay, either way you look at it, I'm good.
Yep.
So
Braylix gets his point back. A day goes by, you all get plenty of rest
Attitude, 9.
and food. What do you guys do during your 24-hour period?
Relix has a like handwritten note with all of the different people's phone numbers on it, and he has crossed out the 2 that are dead, and he puts that on the spool table, and he goes, I am going to find as much information about these people as possible. I think we call the number that is the Aurelian Revitalization Contact. And if I can find enough information, I can like answer. No, we should call them. We should like go visit them as that, and we should kill them all. That's not going to get us closer to our contact, but they hurt Marcus, and these are bad people that have hurt Marcus. That's my plan right now, guys.
You kill them all. Good plan. But let's take it in little baby steps, maybe. I like the idea of calling the number and maybe going out and checking out one of their meetings, maybe seeing what that's all about, and maybe marking some other people for more investigation later. But we can't just go running in there half-cocked and blow the place up and kill a bunch of innocent people, too. I want to attach the shock stick to my sword hilt.
Okay.
It will take some time, but I think I can do it.
Okay. How much sleep are each of you getting? Or what I should say is anyone getting less than 8 hours?
No.
No.
No, I am following my doctor's orders. Tubbs is making sure that I'm sitting and hydrating, and he keeps saying, like, for your health, you need to sleep more. And Relics is like, for Marcus's health, I need this person to not exist anymore. And he says, yeah, that's great. Just head on into bed for now. Oh, okay, I will research that one more in 6 hours. Set the timer.
Take this pill and it will help you research you're already asleep. Okay, Ghost. You need to make a mechanics check to modify that weapon.
Can anybody help me do this? Or, I mean, really, my buddy that was a mechanic is in the hospital.
No, I can definitely run you some support on that.
Awesome. Here, take these dice and roll them. I will help you.
And by
Okay.
by whole help, he you hand it back and he's like, no, the weight's not right.
There's a screwdriver.
Yeah, I don't like those dice. The weight's wrong. I'm just kidding.
It's just it's just a mechanics roll. I just put Brelix down like old Yeller.
I missed that. Who's doing the mechanics roll?
You are. What'd you roll?
All right, let me do it.
Roll
you're not gonna
one
like
more
it.
dice because you are having someone assist you. Can't do any worse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
for real. So that with education, so we're looking at 8.
Okay. It's going to take the entirety of the rest of the time for Ghost and Thodubs to fit this thing together. But yes, now the pommel is in essence a shock stick. So if you pommel strike with your makeshift katana, it will now act as an attack from a stun stick.
Excellent. Yeah, that's great. And me and Tubbs can hang out and bond while we do it. I saw you in the White Rabbit. I think you just need to build up some confidence to talk to these ladies.
I don't know. It's like I don't usually have a problem talking to ladies, but yeah, just the type of ladies, I guess, was just I wasn't comfortable with that at all.
They were way too sticky for you. I get it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, really. Although after having all that blood all over me earlier today, I think I'm a little more comfortable with the stickiness, if you know what I mean.
Got incredibly sticky this today. I mean, like,
I know.
you definitely needed that shower.
It's like someone turned a sprinkler on and had blood everywhere.
It was brutal, man. It was brutal. I hope Marcus gets better.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I hope he's going to be doing better. Definitely. It won't be the same without him if that's the case.
Well, in the meantime, maybe we go check out one of these meetings. You know, the illusion rehabilitation. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Brelix knows what it's called.
Brelix is woken up as you guys were working on the sword and has eaten an entire pizza all by himself. And then he's like moving on to the next, like he's digging through your boxes looking for spare slices.
Oh man, be careful with that. I don't know how old those are.
These boxes are ordered by date that they arrived. If I don't finish anything from this row, then over there's 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago is going to attract flies in the next 3 days. And I'm like actively stacking up all these boxes.
And you're like, and that's when they get really good.
Yeah, if there are fly or maggots on it, and oh man.
I was gonna say that's how you can tell how long they've been sitting around for is the version with flies and maggots, and that's how it works.
He loves that shit.
What do they call them? Black soldier ant maggots. Those are the best because they're big and they're juicy and they pop when you squeeze them just the right way.
Oh
Gotcha.
no! Oh.
But wow, you guys, you know the
It's elevating.
you were. I'm sorry, I nodded off while you were talking about the sword. But you just said Aurorian Revitalization Contact. We're going to call them.
Yeah, I think we should maybe go to one of those meetings, like you were saying, and we should scope it out. And, not attack anybody, but at least see what we're dealing with there.
Big concern I have with that is the Greyjacks clearly know who we are because they stopped us on a random road and attacked us. If we go into their place, like they're going to know exactly who we are. We need to find or be somebody who isn't us.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Are you good at putting on a disguise?
And I just kind of stare blankly at him. Yo,
You ever worn a mustache before?
you think a mustache would be the all we need?
I mean, maybe for you, a fake beard and maybe a mustache. And actually, hold on. We can't put you in a beard and mustache. You don't grow hair.
Bearded dragon.
Bearded dragon.
It's intellect deception, I believe, for disguise.
Oh, guess what I don't have? All right.
It's okay. The giant emo kitty with the sword wasn't really going to be easily disguised to begin with.
That's true. I was just gonna wear a fake beard. Maybe a fake mane. Make my mane way bushier. Wigs can pull off amazing things.
But also, if someone else has the skill set and can do it, one person can disguise others.
See? Anybody else got deception?
I don't have deception, but I just rolled an 11. 11 minus 3 is an 8.
Still a good one.
We're using intellect to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the reason that I ask is because the smart thing to do if you are a BWOP would be to take a medicine that temporarily changes your pigment color.
Sport.
I'm doing research on the internet and in 8 hours, because this is the future, I have a package that'll show up and it's a medicine that'll turn me green. I won't be Bretlix anymore. I'll be, oh man, what's another good, cool name? Not Marcus either, because they're going to see me out.
Hal the BWOP.
Hal, that's a good name.
Okay, the Dubs Ghost, what's your plan?
Changing colors is pretty cool. That's a good idea. I might buy a bunch of hair dye and go from my blonde to like a dark brown.
You might want some help with that.
Yep, get some hair extensions maybe. Yeah, I do need some help. You know who's really good at deceiving people? Tigress. G. Taylor's cousin. I wonder if I can call her.
Call her for a dye job?
The only person with deception is in the hospital.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull off the dye job by myself first. Like you, I'm going to order a package and get it delivered via drone for a bunch of brown hair dye. And then I'm going to read the instructions on the package and put gloves on. And
oh no.
Fuck.
I'm going to leave the dye in for too long.
It's not supposed to go in your eyes.
Into my eyes. I'm going to go to the fucking shower and try to wash them out.
So you
Do I have any milk?
You waste a lot of dye to only slightly change the tint of your hair, but not in any way noticeable.
This is so embarrassing.
Just his eyebrows.
Yep.
Why would you start with your eyebrows?
His tongue has a brown streak on it from what he's trying to clean himself.
It's die, I swear.
Thodubs.
So I'm actually going to be looking at actually changing my complexion. Again, I'm very pale skinned, white hair. Again, a lot of makeup, trying to give myself like something that looks like more of a darker complexion, and of course, hair dye as well. So
Okay. Remember to take your -3 for your not having deception as a skill.
yep, no, I definitely got to do that. Okay, that gives me a 0.
You are allergic to the stuff you try to use for your skin. And the dye basically is a bleach, but your hair's already white, so that doesn't do anything. With a 0, that's that's always fun. Your face is going to be breaking out in hives, and it's not going to work as a disguise, but it might distract someone because it's gross. Like you've like little pussy blisters on your face.
Yeah, I definitely do not look like myself anymore.
You still look like yourself because you failed the check, but you look like yourself with really bad like sunburn on your face.
Oh, this is terrible, guys. What happened? Oh, this is why we the cryomorphs don't do this stuff. This is why.
It was a good idea. It was just poorly executed.
Oh, oh gosh. I'm just gonna hide out in my room for a bit, see if I can just take care of these boils.
I don't think you're supposed to pop those.
Yeah, don't touch them. You're just gonna get them greasy.
I don't want them to spread or anything like that, but I gotta bandage this stuff up, wrap up my face, or drain something. This is
Put oatmeal on it. I've heard that's a good household remedy.
great oatmeal. Oh, if only pizza was a good remedy. We got tons of that around here. Not enough oatmeal though.
I think that might be half of your problem.
Pizza's been my problem my whole life, man.
Well, Brelix, you got your colors changed, right?
I do. That means I'm going to be the one talking. You guys are going to hide and just watch, maybe tag some people.
I can get some really big sunglasses, pop my collar, get a hat, and pull it down really low, Just try to go as incognito as I can.
Hey, it might be cold enough out there. I'll sweat through it, but maybe I can get myself some type of a face mask. Like a scarf or something.
Sunglasses got to be really cheap. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're right. That definitely does need to be cheap.
Okay, well, the disguise didn't work. I'm not really great at stealthing it. I tried to hunt some birds a couple weeks ago, and that didn't go very well. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should come up with a plan to, enhance our strengths.
Yeah, I can. Oh, that's kind of illegal. I was going to say I can come up with a false identity. I don't know how I feel about making fake records in the public, but these are a fake record that's going to then help Marcus, help get vengeance for Marcus. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make a fake record so that Relix isn't the one who's calling, but Hal is calling.
And then you're going to call the number and then set up a meeting. We should get you one of those tiny body cameras and a comm dot so that you can wear those into the meeting. And then me and Tubbs will stay outside the meeting where we can't be spotted. We'll get a bunch of video of you going through. And then when you come back out, we'll do some more investigation on the video and try to see who we can line up as Greyjacks and maybe, find out some more.
That's a great plan.
I mean, are you comfortable going in there alone?
Going in as a BWOP whose name is Hal, not Relics, and has some background that I'm going to make computers, and I'm going to because I'm trying to get out of the cold because it's so cold up here, and they're offering a tropical vacation. Those are both things that any BWOP would actually want, and that BWOP's being Hal, and it's not me, Brelix, it's Hal. And Hal has a history that I'm going to build right now because that's what I can do. So yes, I'm ready. Well, not ready. I got to build Hal's history with the computers. Then I'll call him, and I'll have a good different voice, and I'll be a completely different person. Hal.
Work on your backstory and coming up with the phone swap to Hal, and I'll go try to find one of the body cams and a comm dot.
Okay. So, forging a document normally is deception. But I'm going to make it I'm going to make it a task chain. And we're going to make admin, deception, and then computers the chain for you to do a fake set of credentials for Hal Kizik. You need to know what the, documents and such are and how they're structured. Then you have to create the fake entries that are believable. And then you have to input them into the system.
That sounds great. Admin roll first. 8, 9, 10.
Started very well. +2.
Deception, social, deception, education.
Intellect.
Deception, intellect. That's an 8 minus 3 for a 5.
Okay, so that brings you to -1.
-1 total. Now to get them all into the computers. That's an 11, 12, 13.
Okay. So you get it all put together. And you are successful. The backstory is something that, you're so proud of it because the ID is perfect. The slicing you did to get it, in the record system so it's officially part of the real records is perfect. You hand it to Hylar, and he reads it and starts chuckling, and he's like, so Hal, the handyman, huh? You're Hal the handyman? That's what you went with?
Yeah. I'm very handy, and I'm cold, and I want to go to the warmth. Because I'm a handyman.
Your last name is Handyman. You didn't notice that?
Handyman. That could be a last name.
Yeah, like painter, I guess, or blacksmith.
That's probably not Hal Handyman. I have to say handyman now.
Yes, very common name for a BWOP.
Totally.
You did great.
But like, see here where it's got a like start date. Like these are official records. This anybody looking it up through any official records will see that this is exactly a actual legit human being, not human being, Wappa being.
Wappo being. Yeah, I get you. I mean, you did great. You did good. This right here is a body camera. It cost me 50 credits. It's pretty good. It's 2 days worth of video recording.
Did you pay more so that it is waterproof?
It's got this case that I can put it in.
Okay, because I need to be wet.
Right. It's just gonna sit right here on your torso.
Okay, that
And
has audio too.
Yeah, and it can transmit, so I can actually see it live from outside. So we can monitor you.
Are you gonna come busting in if I say the secret word?
Well, that's what this is for. This is a comm dot, and it cost me 250 credits. But it attaches to your phone, where you're gonna have a call open, and no one's gonna be able to see that you're on a call. It's just gonna sit right inside this. Well, it's not an ear, right? What is this called?
I mean, it is an ear. It's just a flap that where sounds are directed so that they can go to my cochlear hammer, and that's how sounds work.
Okay, ear. It's gonna sit right here in your ear.
That's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't know if you want to just sit with it in, but right before the meeting, you can put it in.
No, I need to be comfortable because I can't think of anything other than this weird thing that's in my ear right now. And Brelix keeps opening his mouth and sticking his tongue out absurdly long ways.
All right, don't do that. Don't do that. You look weird. You're gonna. Maybe we could push it in a little bit further until you can't feel it anymore.
I don't think it goes any deeper.
Hold on, I got some tweezers.
That's so
Come
good.
back. These are special tweezers, okay? They don't go anywhere but sanitary places. So,
I've seen you pull a tick with those tweezers.
yes, hold still.
Yes, hold still. Oh,
Does this feel better?
You took it out, right?
Oh, good. Okay, good. It's great. You don't feel it anymore.
Okay, thanks for taking it out. I am
All right.
Hal Handyman.
Yes. Go ahead and pair that thing with your phone.
With Hal Handyman's phone, not Brelix's phone.
You're absolutely right, Hal.
I am Hal Handyman. Hal Handyman. And I'm too cold, and I just need Hal Handyman. Hal. Okay.
so Dubs, what is Tubbs making of this whole thing?
I'll be honest with you. I'm over here like with my mouth open catching flies. This is the most ridiculous thing I think I've seen in ever, especially with them trying to use some tweezers to shove some stuff in farther. And then I'm actually very concerned that Brelix is going to forget the fact that he should be Hal.
Are you taking Hal Handyman's flies over there? I heard you catching flies.
No, it was an expression. Hal, I have to call you Hal now because if I don't, you're gonna call yourself Brelix. I mean Hal. So you're gonna make sure you're calling yourself Hal, right? You got that right?
Yes, this is Hal Handyman.
You're not gonna say it like that, are you? Okay. Anyway, I'm really worried.
Wop often refer to themselves in the third person, as Hal Handyman does.
So he's already got the accent down. He's like, he doesn't sound like himself. You hear that? He's got a good change.
Who is this he? It's this Hal Handyman here.
Hal Handyman's got a good change of voice. Yeah. That's definitely not Brella.
I'm going to be really optimistic here. You guys are doing okay. This is going to be great. You're going to be doing good. Yep, we're gonna. This is awesome.
We'll be waiting in the wings. You know, weapons ready. Weapons hot.
Do we have the ability to chat with him too? So again, you were putting something in his ear, right? So we have a camera and can
Yeah,
talk to him. I guess this will hopefully help.
Yep, that's the comm dot I put in his ear canal. Shoved it way back in there. It's going to be really hard to get out. But yeah, that'll let you talk to us via your phone.
All right, Hal, we're going to be in your ear.
Hal Handyman knows and is ready to make. Do you need any other devices for killing, perhaps, Mr. Tubbs?
For killing?
Yes, we're going to kill as many of these low-life Greyjacks as we can.
Whoa. We did not all agree to that. We're scoping this place out on video. We're going to do some investigating on what we see inside and who we meet. Okay?
Yeah, this should be reconnaissance. You know, we're
not
information. You know,
We don't want to kill anybody in there yet. Okay, Hal Handyman.
Of course, Hal Handyman doesn't wish to kill, but wants to make sure that his partners in the wings are prepared to, if we can point one out and they go down a dark alley and never come back out.
we
Contacts,
just gotta make
yes.
sure we're recording all this video. So this will be good for us to collect this. Yes, please. We're not at that stage yet. We're going to start killing people.
I think a body cam is going to be kind of handy for us the next time we get arrested, and it'll show for a fact that I attacked first, and I will get charged with murder.
So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yes, I'm going to have to always defend myself on camera. That's why you're wearing the body camera and I am not.
Because as the non-combatant, he'll have a great view.
Yes, and he'll be able to put his hand in front of the camera lens. Oops.
I don't think that you understand how Blops feel about that.
No, it's never going to work out for me, but this is what Hylar's thinking. That's why he's wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hal Handyman loves to deceive. Hal Handyman needs to go to the lower levels and then can make a phone call to the... I should really copy this lower down in my notes.
I've only
Tiger
said it
Calico.
three times tonight.
Cerulean.
Now?
The Aurelian Restoration Initiative.
Revitalization.
Revitalization project.
Initiative.
No, it is initiative.
Yes.
Yes, because initiatives are evil.
That's why that last Mass Effect game was so bad. Now I know. Okay. So you guys are going to call first, or you're going to go? Because you know the physical location of this place, too.
Oh, no. We're going to call first because we've got the tab and we've got a phone that says it's Hal Handyman's, and Hal Handyman's going to give him a call.
All right. You give them a call. Thank you for calling the Aurelian Restoration Initiative. Our normal hours are between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. And it is absolutely during those hours right now. Please press 1 to blah, 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 blah. Please press 2 to blah, 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 blah. Please press 0 to talk to a sentient being.
Hal presses 0.
As everyone does. Why they have any other options, I'll never know.
Brelix would have gone through the tree because that's a lot more fun, but Hal definitely wants to speak to a human.
So Kizik's saying that his character's having a mental break. That's what I'm hearing as the GM.
Lying for WAPs is not a thing they do. And he's having a mental break because his best friend is in severe condition and his dad told him to go kill some people.
Told you to go
Sanity.
neutralize the threat.
The sanity.
Yeah, like, it's not even in the system, and Kizik's like, no, I like it.
Yes, it's going down.
Okay. So you get to a person, and that person is going to have a random name that is Jennifer. And Jennifer is going to say, thank you for calling the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. How may I help you?
Yes, Jennifer, this is Hal Handyman. I'm very cold and I'm tired of being up here in North Rio, and your flyer says that you're offering free rides to a tropical paradise. How truthful is all of this?
We offer relocation to the Aurelian Islands in exchange for joining our political party and the promise that you will support us in the upcoming election. It is a very simple transaction, and we ask for, because of legal reasons, we ask for nothing in return. The participation in our political party is completely voluntary on your part, and we will have a seminar on what the different things you can expect to happen when you go over to the islands and what they're like are, and when your transport schedule will be arranged.
Yes, can you give Hal some more of the information on that? I would love to attend a seminar.
Of course. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m., we have a meeting of the inductees who are ready to, fill out the forms and start the transfer. And we do the seminars right there around that time, too, so you can come in and get the information. Or you can schedule individual appointments to meet with one of our counselors if you have specific needs or family issues. For example, if you have a large clans or BWAP, I think you have a large clan that you need to bring with you. They can make arrangements for family groups and such as well, but that takes special mediation.
So my first steps are to, as Hal, come join the Tuesday, Thursday, or I can get a custom appointment. I'm going to start with, I'd like to go to a big group meeting first, please.
Very well. It's open door. Show up at 8 p.m. any Tuesday or Thursday.
This has been very enlightening. And there's no catch. I'm a bop. I make a good deal. I don't... Free trip to Tropical Island for a vote is...
We are trying to bring good people to the islands. There are lots of good people here who would like to be a warmer client. And if you are willing to help us make the islands better through joining our political party, then we see that as more than payment enough for the price of a single ticket to move you for, immigration to the islands. It's a good deal for us because we're going to make the islands better.
You're preaching to the choir. Hal is looking forward to being warm again.
I look forward to seeing you at 8 on Tuesday.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Then, get your click. You've got your information. We'll say it's Tuesday.
Guys, Hal has got a publicly available appointment Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Today is Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
What a coincidence.
We got to get down there.
Yeah, let's go. Put the body cam on.
Yes, goes in
Yep,
this casing.
Let's run some tests on it too once you get it set up.
Yep. I'm going to pull it up on my phone.
Okay.
Hold my fingers up.
Since we're
Do we know
now
what the distance on that thing is?
testing it, Ghost, I need an electronics roll from you. Yes, I need it from you.
Oh, no.
And it's also electronics communications for this specific thing.
Electronics comms. All right, so that's a -3 for me. And I have a 0 in my intellect.
Help or anything?
Want to help me out?
You all can assist him, but he made a very specific, I'm putting it in and I'm doing this and I'm shoving the thing in his ear, and that's all grand.
Yeah, that's true.
But he made
I'd
it
like
very
to
clear that
assist.
he's the one that's setting it up.
Damn my role playing. All right, so do I get an extra dice at least for help?
Yes, because someone's helping.
Fantastic. Let's roll 3 dice and
That's good.
nice. Yeah, there we go. So 6 and a 5 is an 11. -3
Education
8.
modifier.
Plus education is 1 is a 9.
All right. So yeah, you get it all hooked up. I don't know what the range on the com dot is, but I imagine that's going to be the range for everything. I'm also guessing it's going to be more than adequate for you guys being down there. But there's also the question of, okay, now you've got this working. Where are you going to be watching this from?
That's a good point. I was thinking if it's taking place in the slums, maybe we're in an alley nearby. We'll have to scope out the location too, I guess.
I mean, Hal can tell you the location of that, and we can pull up a map and look at stuff. Perhaps it'll be close to the stripping establishment that you guys are both so fond of.
Wait, right. Yeah. Fond of that place. We want to be within charging range. You know, we could charge in there in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Okay. You guys taking a cab down there? You walking?
I'll pay for another cab. I'm feeling rich.
Yeah, you didn't have to pay for your
I think there's some
attorney.
cash in it.
Yeah, I did
I
not.
can help and support that.
Okay.
As long as we definitely travel separately, from how.
Okay, so you guys want to travel separately.
Well, I mean, we don't want to travel with Hal, is what I'm trying to say.
That's smart. I'll pay for Hal's taxi and then you pay for our taxi. We'll show up separate times.
Follow that cab.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys arrive down at the slums. It's the same block as is the White Rabbit Strip Club. And it is basically an old warehouse that's been converted over to use, which most of the places down here at the old docks districts are old converted warehouses. The front door is illuminated relatively bright and cheerfully for the neighborhood. There are 2 gray jacks standing in crisp security uniforms on either side of the door. And there's a big sign above it that says Aurelian Revitalization Initiative, all welcome.
So Hal gets out of the car first. He looks up at the sign. He sees the 2 guards and he kind of stares at them a little bit longer than he should have. But then remembers why he's here, and he takes a breath and heads on in.
So Hal, left alone, hops out of the taxi and just walks straight inside. You guys are getting out of your taxi, and you do. Ghost and Thodubs?
Sorry, my mic was freaking out. I'm going to look around for a good place to hide in the shadows nearby.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
No whammies. Hell yeah. So that's I rolled an 11. I have a 0 in recon and a +1 in education. It's 12.
There is a nearby stack of shipping containers being used for various different purposes, and there is a nice little nook on top of it that you can climb up onto relatively easily, and has a great view of the front door.
Come on,
That's
Tubbs.
a great spot. That's perfect. Oh, this is going to be great.
All right, I'll help you up, and then you help me up. Let's go.
All right.
Is it?
Pull out my phone.
All right.
Take a look.
Relics walks inside. The guards pay you no mind at the door. Inside, there's a well-lit room with a bunch of fold-out tables and and fold-out chairs and a projector screen with the symbol for the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. There are several human/humanoids milling around that are part of the initiative that are wearing like t-shirts that have the same branding on it. And then there are maybe a half dozen of various individuals, and they kind of have the same line of questions that you had as Hal earlier, where they're like, what's the catch? And the initiative members are walking through a presentation where they're explaining there is no catch other than please vote the way we want you to.
Can I listen for Jennifer's voice and see if I can find her in a crowd?
Sure, give me a perception.
6, 7, not a pass. I can't.
You do not detect her voice. There are several human females that could be Jennifer. You are not good enough at discerning human voices like that.
I'm gonna find a kind of quiet spot. I'm gonna go look at a poster on the wall, and I'm gonna look up at it, and I'm gonna go, Hal just sees an interesting comms check up there. And hearing no response, he goes, I wonder what that subtitle of comms check would actually mean. Why is that sitting here?
I'm sure good.
Oh, excellent. Then he's going to pick one of the 3 ladies at random, and I'm going to walk up to her.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Hal Handyman, and I talked to Jennifer on the phone, and was just reporting that I'm here, and still cold. I'm still interested in Aurelia.
Oh, well, let me give you this packet. Please take a trifold. And I have this pamphlet that has some of our information on it about available jobs for various professions. And I can get you applications and information on housing and all the things that will be available once you make the trip. The only thing we provide during the initiative is the trip. So you will need to, be a contributing member of society once you get to the other end. And, and here's a warm beverage because you said you were cold.
Oh, this is great. Are you Jennifer? I can't tell. I apologize if that's too offensive, but I was hoping that I could talk to her because we spoke on the phone, and this is quite tasty and warm. Thank you. Let me look at this. Let me look at all of this documentation you have here.
She explains to you that Jennifer is not on shift at the moment. She normally works the call center, not the welcome center.
That is, she told Hal that she would see him here Tuesday. Not disappointed at all. Let me read this, and thank you again for this coffee, hot chocolate thing.
Drip Wop trying to get a date. Like,
No, it's just Hal is very, very persuasive and likes to talk to the people. He's got a little bit of that lawyer in him.
so you're wandering around this converted warehouse. There's not much to it. It appears to be divided to a couple of different partitions. You can't really see into any one but the one you're in. And the one you're in is basically fold-out tables. This projector is very clean. And then information kiosks where they're trying to get people situated. And then there's a scheduling booth where if you're ready to make the trip, they provide the free trip.
After walking around for 10 minutes, I'm going to walk back over to the same lady that gave me the hot drink, and I'm going to say, do you have a restroom?
Of course. It's right through those doors. It's a little bit messy because we've got some supplies back there, but you just go through those double doors, and then you BWOPs require special fittings, or you're on standard fittings. If you're on special fittings, it'll be on the right. If you're on standards, it'll be on the left.
I just need to do a standard right now. But yes, I'll be back.
Yeah. You walk into the back stock room. There are shelves that are pretty standard wireframe shelving. Various different boxes with various different labels on them. The most immediate ones that you can see without doing any sort of special perception check. Say mundane things like, pamphlets and t-shirts and, some various supplies for the operation that seem very normal so far. There are a lot of them.
I'm taking a nice meandering route there. I'm going to check to see if nobody's watching me. I'm just going to the bathroom, but I'll take a left and go down a scary alleyway.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
That's an 8.
There is a single security camera in there.
You're doing great, Hal.
I spot that. I'm going to take a couple of steps down one of the alleyways, or not an alleyway, but one of the just warehouse ways, and then go, oh, that's not the right way, and head back towards the bathroom. Just trying to get my cam as pointed to as many things as I can.
All right, you guys watching the camera feed can give me perception checks if you want to see if there's anything unusual in there.
Heck yeah, I do. 6 + 2, 8.
Oh, I've got a tilted boxcar.
Okay, scroll or box it in. And it is boxcars. There we go. So with the boxcars. All right, so first off, the easy one, Ghost, you see several of the cases are locked. So Dubs, with your boxcars, you'll see 2 of them that are marked as emergency supplies are blatantly ammo cases.
Oh, do you see those over on the side there? Those are definitely ammo cases. My gosh.
Yeah, you're right. Those are ammo cases. That's a good call. They're in this locked case.
Yeah, wow, seriously, what are those doing there?
There's actually a whole rack of locked cases, but the ammo cases are the only ones that you can look at the shape and you can tell what they are.
And it's just ridiculously obvious on top of that too. I mean, that's nuts.
We knew that there were Greyjacks, so maybe they got weapons now. Be careful in there, Hal.
Yeah, Hal is heading to the bathroom now. You might want to close your eyes, unless you're interested.
Awkward.
No, that's okay, buddy. Just do your thing.
I share a bathroom with you.
Yeah, but you've never seen it when it was green before.
It doesn't really make a difference.
Oh,
You ever put on Hulk hands? You know what I'm talking about?
Those big ones?
Yeah.
And you smash them together and they say words. Sometimes you can put an adult beverage into. Oh no, Hal knows. Hal's you can put a Budweiser into them.
That's the way your hands look right now.
That is correct. Excellent. I shake it twice because that's what you have to do, and then I take a deep breath and I start washing my hands and I go, all right, am I going to walk further down that hallway or just head on back out?
Can you do anything about that camera? Is that a no? Can't do anything?
I don't. I have a computer here. It's on the right Wi-Fi. Whilst I finish washing my hands, maybe. Oh, could I intrude into their software to put that on a loop?
Do you have a computer with you?
I've got Hal's phone.
Okay. They do have a Wi-Fi network. The camera is on it, so you could attempt to do this. You're gonna have to do it from like in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, 100%. Water's still running. Hal is whistling. Oh man, I don't know if Wops can whistle. Ooh, it's a little bit open.
I mean, they use their tongue, and it's they can whistle better than us.
All right, I am whistling with beauty and intonation as I am feverishly typing on my phone.
It sounds like a saxophone.
Gotta be careful not to tempt him to actually use a saxophone. His wife will come down there and like dissolve him in a vat of acid.
I got a electronic saxophone that I could plug directly into my computer if I have free times. I'm really excited about it. I also rolled a 9 +1 for a 11.
What would you like to do to the camera?
I'd like to put it on a 5-minute loop and play it. I'd like to give myself 5 minutes to look down there and then make it back to the bathroom and walk out.
Very well.
So
You have 5 minutes.
Excellent. And 5 minutes, I open the door and I am jogging a little bit faster, still head on a swivel, making sure there's no people there. But Howl is now whistling. And then realizes that's a dumb idea and it goes very quiet.
Where do you go?
I walk deep into, I'm just running the circles of all of the things. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to open any of those locked cases, but I want to give everybody I stop in front of a thing, I turn, I stop in front of another thing, I turn. I'm going to video evidence of every single shelf.
Okay.
Meticulous.
Ghost, do you want to roll any perception checks to view it, or do you want to offer any advice? 5 minutes is actually quite a bit of time for what you guys are doing.
I want to roll a recon check.
Okay. You might be on the wrong mic again, but sure.
8.
8. Okay. So what you see through the lens, I don't know if Thodo's going to roll one to get you possibly better or not.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
So the only sketchy wreck. The only sketchy rack is the one you've already seen. It just says emergency supplies on all those locked cases. Literally everything else in here is coffee grounds for making the coffee, t-shirts, pamphlet forms, stuff like that. Like it's actually a pretty benign warehouse, except that one shelf that says emergency supplies. And that's literally just one set of wire shelving. And they are padlocked with the equivalent of like master locks. They're not military grade locks.
Keys or combos?
Take your pick.
Gotcha.
Combos.
Actually, combos makes more sense because you could just give that code to anyone who needed it.
Yeah, it's true. Hal, I think you got enough in this room. How many other rooms did you see back there?
I believe that they said there were just 2 rooms and it was divided. Is there another room back here?
Back there, no. You'll guesstimate by looking at the size of the building that you've probably only seen half the building, but you haven't seen a way into the other half.
Are there any like emergency exits or doorways or anything like that into those areas?
No, I just said he hasn't seen a way in.
Oh, sorry.
Can I look for a way in?
Sure.
I'm also like ticking down seconds in my WAP-like brain.
I'm assuming when you say looking for a way in, that you mean like a secret thing.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, pull a lever, or what I think is a lever, but it's just a bag of sand. I'm like trying to measure the wall against it and go, all right, there's 12 shelves. If I was going to put a thing, I'd put it right here. Am I reconning this?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to do it.
7 education makes it an 8.
Okay. You're too short to do it, but you're pretty sure that all of the ducting in the ceiling of the room you're in now, like, does go through the wall and probably services the whole building, and they've just built up the partition wall around it. But there are absolutely no doors, secret or otherwise, that you could find that connect this room to the rest of the building.
Are you going to tell us that?
You're watching my body cams, but I will like whisper down and go, I think that the vents go somewhere else, but I do not see any, I don't see any doors. Hal sees no doors.
Are the containers that we are chilling on, can we climb them and go up to the roof of the building that he's in?
The containers you're on are across the street, so you can do what you described, but not from where you're at now. There are containers on the other side of the street you'd have to climb.
All right. Tubbs, I think we should sneak across the street and try to get on the roof.
Okay, let's go do it. If we're gonna get closer to this, then yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. I would like a climb check from you guys, and I'd like a stealth check from you guys. You may help each other. Also, make sure you keep talking to Kizik as you go. Wouldn't want him to feel all alone.
Climb check, is that going to be strength? Or
It's athletics.
It's
Correct, yeah.
athletic strength. That is correct.
Gotcha. And I'll need some assistance on the stealth there.
Well, I'll help you on the climb, too. So, my climb, I rolled a 3. I have a 0 in athletic strength. Then I have 1 in actual strength. So that's a 4 on the dice. But if I get to roll 1 extra dice,
You
didn't help me.
Eyes. Yeah, it does not help.
So my climb was awful. And then my stealth, maybe not bad. Hold on. Yep, not bad at all.
Okay, 9 on the climb.
Yeah, I got 8 on my stealth. What'd you get on your stealth?
We're using intellect, right?
Stealth is dexterity.
Yeah, man, you get a +2.
Perfect to go with my my -3.
I have a -3 too.
So I've got a 6 in stealth.
Sweet.
Okay. So one of you guys can't climb and the other one's not stealthy. So Ghost, Hylar goes to scrabble up the side, and the sound of his claws scraping down the oh no, you're the stealthy one, so you're gonna make that. So you can't get up there. So you're gonna like try to climb up there, but it's too sheer of a thing, and you drop back down and kind of slump down into the alley stealthily because you've made noise. Thodubs, on the other hand, basically just run walks up the side of the container, gets to the top, but as he gets to the top, the metal is not as sturdy as he thinks it is, and you know the sound metal makes when you step on a piece that's too thin and it pops in and pops out? I'm going to take that as a yes, I know what that sounds like.
Yes, I know what that sounds like.
Yeah.
As it echoes through the night.
As it echoes through the night,
Yeah.
a Grey Jack guard comes around the corner. Hey, what's going on down here? And he's like holding his flashlight and walking down the alley between the cargo containers. Looking, he's heard the noise and he's looking. And his flashlight hits the edge of what is definitely Thodub's shoulder. And he's like, hey, you, come down here. And he starts walking towards Thodub's position. Let me roll a luck roll real fast. And he walks right past Hylar's position, unaware of Hylar's presence.
This is just what Hal wanted. Kill him.
Hal is evil. I will, though. I'll jump out and put the stun stick right to the guy's neck.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll me. I'm going to give you the sneak attack. I'm going to give you a +1 for the sneak attack. But what I need from you is a melee check appropriate to the stun stick, which I believe is bludgeon.
Okay.
Yes, it is, because you're not using your blade.
Right. All right. And a dexterity.
It is dexterity. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that
These rolls, dude.
he has an intellect of 5 and he has an armor of... Oh, fine. He has an intellect of 6 and he has an armor of 5.
I rolled a 4. Like total. I rolled a 3 + 1.
4 total. All right. You
Oh wait, I get a +1 on top of that. That's a 5. Not that it helps me.
get a 5. It's not a critical fail, so that's good. You come out of your stealthy hiding spot and everything's going so damn good, and then your cell phone it goes off, and the guard turns around like as you're like mid draw about to like pistol whip in the back with the blade. And he so oh my god, like scrambles and draws his stunner and points it at your face. It is like, well, this is awkward. You are now in combat. Everyone roll initiatives. Fast to body, fast to mind. Baddie's an 8.
Now I get a fucking 11.
Gosh.
Oh, well, you might be able to just save the day then.
Yep, it's a 12
6.
with everything else in it.
That means it's Hylar, Baddie, Tubbs, and then Bralex will get a turn. I don't know what you're going to be able to do. You may have to be creative or skip a turn, but
Braylix rolled an 8 for his initiative.
excellent. So that means Bralex and Hylar are going first. I will allow you to swap initiative positions if you want to. Might be the best thing to do, depending on what everyone wants to do. We don't really need a map for this, right, guys? We're standing face to face in an alley.
Correct.
If you want, I can put a grid down.
Dubs is on a roof above him.
Hylar. Your genius master plan.
Going great so far. I'm going to continue with this plan. And I'm going to attack him again. Come on, dice. There we go. It's again with the stun stick, so that's a 10.
Shit. Okay. Well, that's really good. You needed an 11 to one-shot him, but that brings him down to 1 point on the stun setting. So you blop him in the face. That shit really hurts. It's like, oh god, and I'm gonna say like his flashlight flings out of his hand. He's still got the stunner trained on you, but the flashlight has now cascaded down the little alleyway between the containers. And Braylax, it is your turn.
Braylex passes to Tubbs.
Tubbs, it is your
How
turn.
high am I? How high am I on the roof there?
I think a standard shipping container is 10 feet. Maybe it's 8.
Oh, it's a shipping container. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I thought for some reason I thought it was a roof. Okay.
It is a roof. They
far
make
away
their
am I?
it's the slums. They make their buildings out of shipping containers.
Oh, gotcha. You're right. Yep. Okay. That just didn't dawn. So is he just like? Are they both below me, just on the shipping containers area? Then I mean, are they farther away?
Yeah, they're literally like you're on top of a shipping container. You're gonna really make me get a map, aren't you? You're getting really technical about this. They are below you and within range of whatever you want to do, man. Like,
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I just want to make sure I wasn't doing anything that didn't make sense. So, I am. So he's down to 1 hit point then, huh?
no, he's down to 1 stun, 1 point of intellect.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Remember, stunners
Well, I am
hit your
actually-
intellect.
Oh, that you're right. So I'm actually going to hit him with the mace from the top of the storage containers.
Okay. Let's find the pepper spray so I can read the description again. That's Kizik. I need Thodubs. There we go. Spray, substitute average dex check. Blah, blah, blah. Poison with a very difficult endurance check. Damage 1d stun. That's good. Okay, so go ahead and make your dexterity check of 8+.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we got an 11.
Okay. Alright, he rolled a 9. Needs a 12 to pass, and skills that would help with this are endurance. He doesn't have endurance. Not have a +2 endurance. Fails, so roll 1d for stun damage.
I got a 3.
It's 2 points more than you needed. So he's dazed already. You hit him with the pepper spray. He starts choking, coughing, and he kind of like stumbles headlong into the base of the cargo container. And it is noisy, and it is ungraceful, and it is luck that you now have an incapacitated Greyjack in this alleyway. who has seen Hylar's face up close. You're out of combat.
Hey, Hylar, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Hey, what's that? Is that a bird? I'm gonna point up in the air. Come on, don't look at this. Fine, if you're gonna look, you can watch. And I kill the guy.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
He tried to save you.
Hey. Oh my gosh, there's so much blood.
Depending on how he did it, there might be, but there are plenty of non-bloody ways to do it. Speaking of which, how do you do it?
Yeah.
I was gonna sink the blade pointy tip in, just kind of in the chesticle area.
Okay. Do the heart then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said chesticle area. That was like, man, it sounded like testicle for a second there.
Okay. So, with that said, what do you do now with the body?
Hey, Tubbs,
Yeah.
take this guy's arms. I'm gonna try to pick him up and lift him up to you, so you can hide him up there.
All right, here, hold on a second. Let me kind of get on my. Let me just kind of lay down here and reach across the container here and grab that. Hold on a second. Let me. All right, I'm ready. Okay. Yep, I got him.
You gotta take it. 2 hands, man.
Yep, I got him. I'm dragging him. Oh my gosh, what's this dead weight is? Oh, I got him. Okay, he's up here.
You see that movie Weekend at Ernie's?
Oh man, that was nuts, man. I that's why it took both of them to do that. You know, it was definitely not
it's
a little
heavy.
job.
Crazy heavy.
Hal's out of time to be hiding in the closet anymore. I'm going to go back and talk to some more people now.
Okay, that's a good point. Good idea.
So these containers that you're climbing on, by the way, have been converted into people's like hovels and houses.
So the one that we're on the roof of, is there another one on top of it? And there's like a decking area then?
Yeah, they're stacked like pyramids for stability. So like they're a little like stairs, but they're out on the front side. You're in the alleyway between 2 sets of them. So there are like garbage bins and stuff back here. This is almost like a utility area behind it and air conditioning units. But these are people's houses. I was just letting you know before you said, we'll just stick them in one of these shipping containers, because I think that was your intention.
That was
Nope.
my first thought, but but I'm glad we didn't do it.
All right, so now that we've got some elevation, I want to look around and see, like close to the edge, there's like a steel rail, right? Like a rusted iron railing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to pitch the body and try to land it on the railing. If it goes over the railing, that's even better. He's just going to die of falling damage. All right, you ready? Come on, 1, 2, 3. Tubbs, you got to let go when I say 3. Okay,
Yep.
1,
All right, okay, all right.
2.
Are we doing this on 3 or at 3? Like after?
On 3. On 3, we're going to throw him. Ready? 1,
Okay, on 3. Okay.
2.
1, 2.
Jesus Christ.
3.
1,
Hal suggests counting Mississippi.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
2 Mississippi.
Where the fuck
3,
is
throw it.
3 Mississippi. And-
You went at the end of Mississippi. I'm going on 3. This is really just. We're not going to get him far enough over the railing. You gotta really pitch him.
Athletics
okay,
check.
so I'm just we're gonna do the swing, right? We got the swing thing going.
All right, I got a 10 on my athletics check.
Okay. It really was Thodub's fault.
It was.
He basically flops halfway. His arm is hanging off the roof of the container, but you guys can't move him any further. Is that all you want to do? Did I miss anything?
For now.
Yeah, it's that. Sorry, man. That just I
Are you sure there's nothing else you want to do?
Yeah, I gotta go retrieve the body and kick it the rest of the way off.
We can cover it up or something. You know, we got like tarps around here or blankets or something.
Did I miss you saying you want to do the very obvious thing? Maybe I didn't. Okay.
What'd you say? What did I say?
No, I didn't hear you say you wanted to do a very obvious thing. That's fine. It's fine. We'll go over to Braylex. Braylex, you come out of the bathroom area. The meeting is obviously drawing to a close. Like, people have already started filtering out, and the seminar thing is ending.
I'll talk to the lady that isn't Jennifer, but is Hal will talk to not Jennifer. He needs to know her name so that he can talk to her. But he's gonna give them try to just talk to her and ask her. I am not certain. You say there's no deal. You've given me this coffee. Tell me more. I'm gonna ask her about a job that I could have as Hal handyman.
Okay.
See if I can just keep her and me talking for a while to give my friend some time.
Amazing. I would love to have a social deception check, please.
That's a 1. Nope, that's a 2.
So this is going to go badly, but I will allow you as the player, because while it is going to go badly, it is not going to... Oh, wait. That is a critical fail. A security is going to have to come in here and take you out of here. Roll a luck roll.
That's an 11.
They do not know who you really are, but they do suspect that you have done something you're not supposed to do, and security shows up and none too subtly starts escorting you to the door.
Hal is going to leave of his own will and admission, and I don't know if I shall be joining this cerulean. No, I understand. I'm leaving now.
As you get outside, there is a body blatantly hanging from the top of the container apartments next to Cerulean Center. The guard, the Grey Jack guard that has just brought you out there, has his back to it and is like, look, don't be coming in here and wasting the ladies' time. We're not a dating service. They think you're being creepy.
I'll pull the body up.
They think you're being creepy, and they think that you're here to hit on women, not actually really entertain the service that they're providing.
That could not be more further from the truth. I am freezing cold right now, and I would love to join this thing. I just now will not talk to any of the ladies because I was just trying to have small contact with her. Clearly, I overstepped my bounds. Hal's working on his boundaries and is working on his human-WAP interactions.
Give me one more luck roll.
7 + 1 is an 8.
The guard sees you look over his shoulder and turns to look right as Hylar gets the last little bit of the arm tucked behind the banner. Like, it's literally the second he's tucked out of sight, the guard turns around, doesn't see anything, and then walks inside.
Well, that was close.
Hal, too, believes that was very close.
Well, I got one of them.
Oh, well done, I say as I turn away and walk from the Cerulean Center Revitalization Initiative.
I guess we all gotta leave now.
I walk a couple of blocks away before cutting back into the alleyways.
Okay.
I say, are you guys ready to go, or are you going to do some more exploring? The meeting's over, and I don't think that guard saw the mess you made up there.
I think we should still check out the roof and see what we can find.
Do be quiet.
Are you not going to join them?
Of course I will. Well, Hal loves sneaking on roofs and climbing things.
We just need to watch our step though, because that tin roof, it just makes some noises when you walk on it the wrong way.
So Hal sneaks his way back through the alleys.
Can you roll me a stealth check?
He's gonna fail it.
10 minus 3 is a 7.
Okay. Can you roll me a perception check?
I'm gonna burn a point.
Perception at 12.
Okay.
Plus 1, 13.
That guard is having a cigarette and sees you walking through the alleyway, and you kind of like you make eye contact. You know he's seen you. But you know that you have to keep walking down this alley because you've spotted something important that Hylar missed. The guard dropped an actual working stunner.
I keep walking down the alleyway.
How do you want to approach this situation? Unless I missed you saying you picked it up earlier, Ghost.
No, I did not. I forgot about that.
And, because you can handle this situation any way you want, but this is not an item that your team would have normal access to at this point. And it is something that I have to imagine you guys would desire, but it's up to you how you want to do this. That guard is definitely walking towards the alley. This thing is definitely sitting just on the ground next to a lit flashlight in the middle of the alley.
Is he closer to it than I am, or?
It doesn't matter. You've seen it.
So if he's closer, like if he's at the end of the alleyway and I'm there, I'm going to try to kick it and hide it underneath the thing to get it later. If he's walking towards it to it and I'm further away from him. Oh, you mean the
guard. I thought you meant Hylar. He is not specific enough. I'm sorry. No, he's way further away. He's behind you. You are between him and this. However, if he turns the corner to see in the aisle, the lit flashlight's going to probably alert some attention.
Yeah, I'm off.
Cool. I'm going to try to, when we're not like in direct line of sight, run and turn the flashlight off and pick the stuff up and kind of keep walking as he's now like walking down the alleyway to come and find me.
Okay. Everybody gets a turn. We're going to start with Braylax. Braylax, give me a dexterity athletics check.
5.
Braylax, you are not very athletic. So you attempt to do everything you just said, but you are not nearly fast enough. You're not even 2/3 of the way there when he comes around the corner.
Okay.
Hylar.
I see the guard coming, right?
You can see the entire situation from the top of the pyramid, as can Thodubs.
Tubbs, we got a situation. And as the guard comes up, I'm gonna launch myself off the tightrope and then top rope, elbow slam the guard in the head.
Oh, you're gonna Assassin's Creed, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a bludgeon with the stun stick or blade?
Bludgeon. I'm gonna come down with the hilt of the the sword into his head. Which is actually worse for me by 1, but it's okay.
Is your priority to land gracefully?
No.
Okay. Then I want your melee check first, and then I want your dexterity roll.
All right, so my melee comes back. It's melee bludgeon. So it's a 9 total. I rolled an 8 plus 1.
Okay, gives you a +1 to your next roll.
Excellent. And then just a straight up athletics dexterity. I snake-eyed.
Roll damage for your attack. You do hit with your attack.
The stun stick does 2d. I'm going to roll these 2d. Fucking snake eyes, really? Wanda, you let me down. With the +1, that is a 7.
Okay, now
Bludgeon.
keep that 7 in mind for a second. Please roll 2d6 again.
Five.
You take 5 damage to your endurance, as does... Sorry, you take 5... Yes, directly to your endurance, no armor mitigation because it's fall damage. However, because you fell onto someone, he is also going to take that 5 damage plus the 7. I am not going to allow that bludgeon damage to be stun because of your snake eyes. So that's all just straight bludgeon damage, and you compress this guy's head into his spine.
I killed him.
You squished him. He is flat.
Even when I don't want to kill somebody, I kill somebody.
That seems to be your MO right now.
Yeah.
You never push the button.
Oh, that's the one that...
Killer.
That'd be fine. I'm okay with that name. Oh, boy. All right, so I limp back up to my feet. Look at the crumpled body underneath me. And then say, Tubbs, we got another one. Come over here. We do the same as before.
Hey, all right, I'm coming over. Hold on.
Hal successfully picks up and tries to sneak away. Didn't hear the big bump behind him.
Now, are we doing this one? Are we throwing this one? Is this like another toss? Are we doing it on 3 or at 3? What's the plan? I gotta find out what's going on.
How close are we to an edge of where we can throw off into a crevasse?
You can't throw into crevasse. Not from where you're at now. But you're also back down at the bottom of the pyramid, and the other body's on the top piece.
We got some work to do.
So I need to climb up, and then we get to drag him up there again, and let's rack him and stack him. Is that what we need to do, or?
Yep. Sorry, Tubbs.
All right, let me get up there first here, and I can lift up like we did last time.
I got a 9 for my athletics check this time. Let's get him up there.
Oh, hey, sweet.
You got 9 too.
Yep, 9 plus the 2. Well, if we're doing, is it so not dexterity? So we're doing strength.
Yeah, athletics.
Okay,
Athletic
so-
strength. All right. So, yeah, you guys get him up there. What else do you do? Are you going to sneak across? What's Bralex doing while they're hauling a body up the side?
Brelix has picked up a stunner, put that in one of his little pockets, and now has a flashlight that he clicks off, puts in his pocket, and turns around to see a body getting pulled away. And he goes, oh, that's highly illegal, guys. No. What are you going to do with those? We need to hide those perfectly so they can't be seen.
They get up here and help us.
Of course. I'd also like to go through their pockets to find their IDs so I can identify them.
Yeah, and phones and stuff. We need to turn those off.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we strip them of all the information on them, so nobody knows who they are. Make it difficult.
Let's get to it. Come on. Make it
Can-
snappy.
Yeah, can you help me get up? That's a pretty high climb.
I'll put my hand down for you. Come on. Let's go. Oh, boy. It's only a 6.
That's a 4. 4 plus 6 is a 10. We make it up, right?
I'm helping you. You need to roll an extra dice. Reroll that too. Fuck. I tried.
You tried. You tried very hard. So,
Do I need to step in and help you guys?
Bralex is just not going to make it up there in a timely fashion. And there are people walking around the corner who are drunk, who are, like, they're coming down the alleyway, and Bralex is in front of them. So if he starts trying to climb again now, they're going to see.
No, just casually walk away and or hide.
Yeah, light a cigarette.
That is not what I do, but I will lean back against the wall and I will let the drunk people walk past.
Okay, that's going to take some time. Roll a d6. It's that many minutes go by. Guys upstairs, what are you doing?
4 minutes.
Do some recon. Check out this roof.
Yeah. Being quiet so we don't get heard or anything like that from the people walking by.
Perception checks
Yeah.
and stealth checks.
Stealthy check first. Come on, don't fuck me. God, Jesus. Why? I got a 4.
Hey, it's a 6, a minus a 3, and so yeah, so that's we're up to what 6 minus 3, so it's 4.
My recon is only 6. We can't do nothing.
Though Dubs, Tubbs steps on Hylar's tail,
Ow, what the fuck, man?
and it's loud. And that attracts the attention of the guys who are just normal civilians down like, hey, what are you guys doing up there? Somebody's house.
Just carrying on our party up here, man. Mind your own business.
Yeah, you ain't want to mind business. I'm gonna call the cops. You're breaking into somebody's house. Tell us to mind our damn business. What's wrong with you? You're not from around here.
We're leaving.
From
I'm gonna grab Tubbs's jacket and be like, all right.
all right, man. We're leaving. Sorry to bother you.
Fucking cryomorphs think they own every goddamn thing.
Did you just call me a cryomorph? How about just let me go get that guy.
Aren't you a cryomorph?
Yes.
I am. He's like being like racist and stuff. I'm like he's like, I was like terrible. Let me go get that guy. Can I get that guy?
No. He's not a Greyjack.
I gotta find. All right, I'll try and center here and calm down. Okay, all right, fine. Well, hey, we took out 2 people for you. Why can't take out a couple for me?
They're not Greyjacks, and I didn't do it for me.
Okay, all right, okay. Just remember, I helped you hide bodies. You have to help me hide bodies next time.
Oh, that gives me an idea. Stop using the mace. Like, it's really bad for my nose. I'm gonna give you this, and I hand him the crossbow.
Oh, I'm not going to be any better with that thing. Oh my gosh.
Actually, you're going to be
Behind me when I'm
significantly
using it.
worse with it.
Yeah, just be behind me when I use that thing.
That's not usually where I'm at. So, maybe this is a terrible idea.
I'll tell you what. I'll hold on to it for you, unless I'll just give it back to you, because that might be safer for you, for both of us.
Maybe when I was buying the comm dot and the body camera, I could have bought some rope. That would have been pretty smart. We could have climbed up here way easier.
What you going to use a stupid rope for?
Yeah, I got your stupid rope right here.
I haven't seen that in a while.
All right, mental
It's
note.
true.
Rope.
Okay.
All right.
As
We
you're
gotta.
sliding off the roof, do you attempt to go through this guy's pockets? As Bralix has suggested, are you going to try and come back later?
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, we're going through the pockets.
What?
I'm curious now.
All right, do it.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, give me a recon dexterity check because you have to do this fast. There you go.
You know who's really good at recon? Nice.
Well, minus the 3, right? I don't have recon.
Oof.
Oh, okay. So what's your score?
So 11 minus the 3, and then we're doing dexterity, or is that?
Yep, dexterity because you're going fast.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 10.
It's,
Nice.
it's exactly what you needed to get both items. You find 2 bulging things that you can take.
Bulging
Or
things.
look at this, guys.
Oh,
Has said it.
no. All right, that's a for real dangerous weapon right there.
That technically is true.
Definitely stay behind me if I use that.
I'm gonna stay behind you if you use any of the things that you just got.
Well, even then, especially the mace. You said it's bothering your sinuses, so we gotta pay attention to that in the future.
Yes,
You're so kind.
because lead poisoning from that bullet, that one bullet it can shoot.
Yeah.
I also want to point out that all of these weapons, while they have a magazine in them, you do not have extra ammunition.
All right, let's get this stuff back to headquarters.
That sounds so much nicer than our apartment.
Yeah. Because we're like Batman.
After we get a couple blocks away to go, you guys did hide the bodies appropriately, correct?
Nope. We're gonna have to come back later.
That is highly advised as your advocate. Also, Tubbs, you said to a police officer 24 hours ago, I do not wish to hurt anybody, and then wanted to kill somebody for calling you a cryomorph in a negative sense.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm also doing a lot of things I haven't done in a long time. I've tried, shoving guts in a guy that I didn't really care. Just like blood everywhere, and then on top of that, I'm hiding bodies with Hylar over here. I mean, this is all new experiences for me. I think I'm going down a dark road, my friends.
I also think it's incredibly amusing that despite the fact that I shared this lore, cryomorphs are actually the high-end racist ones towards everyone else. So he's like, that was a racist thing. And I'm like, oh man, lore-wise, that's sort of like... I mean, I guess...
Cryomorphs are very prideful. How dare you?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what that sounds like. So...
Also, we can't bring that phone back to our headquarters. We need to crack it en route so that it can't be tracked back to our headquarters.
All right, I will pass that off to you so that you can take care of that for us.
In the car with the tools you have available, that is going to be a 12 to pass.
Ooh.
That is very difficult.
You are literally in a taxi with nothing but your phone.
Well, see, that would be comms. Comms are electronics, right?
Intrusion is traditionally computers.
Is it computers? I can throw an assist your way.
Yes, that would be appreciated. I hope I don't trigger any negative things as I try to do the smart thing. That's 9, 10, 11. Holy, that's really close.
So with an 11, you just fail to crack it. Like it's got tighter security.
Yeah.
Phones are actually one of the hardest things because they're how most people carry their money around. They're one of the hardest things to crack that you're going to come across on a standard person.
Somebody to do it, you know? or maybe do it with the right tools. We won't get it right now. Maybe we put it in a lockbox on the way.
Smarter Faraday cage where signals can't go in or out.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking of
We'll get
like
ourselves some better tools.
a locker down at the USPS.
Oh, that's pretty intelligent. Old Hal could open a P.O. box.
Yeah, there you go. And then nobody can get in it without a warrant.
All right, so Hal will make a late night P.O. box.
So you're gonna officially buy a PO box.
Correct.
Okay.
That is how a WAP would do something like this.
Admin plus $1,000.
Whew, that is very steep. That admin is exactly an 8.
Okay.
I'm also at this point going to go, guys, Hal says it's going to take $1,000. I have $333. Do you guys want to pony up?
$1,000?
Yeah, this is official P.O. box for Hal.
Why don't we just hand it? Oh God, hand it to a trade rat. $1,000.
We're just selling this to a trade rat. We can't get the information. If we store it here and then come back later with better tools, we could crack it and get more information out of it.
$1,000.
1,000. Yeah, gosh, man.
Okay. So
Hold on. I'll give it to you. I'll give you. You said you had 300.
$333 each is $1,000.
You're absolutely right. I got it. Damn it.
Point
All right. I pay it.
Yeah, I've got an extra dollar. I will eat the unfair breakdown.
333.
Okay. All right. I need to write down that you guys put that thing in a PO box.
And Hal's P.O. box.
Yeah, you paid for that now. You better get some usage out of it.
It's gonna start getting the flyers from the initiative. He signed up for everything.
Right?
Sorry we missed you.
Just got a comment, a bunch of junk mail.
Okay. So you guys are gonna make it back home. Sans a Grey Jack phone that you've left in a PO box, and with a few extra Grey Jack bodies on the floor. And you're gonna get a phone call saying it's from Rajic saying, or hey, let me read that again before I get it wrong. Confuse people. From Rickard, who's going to say Marcus has woken up. Surgery was a success. Should be home today. And that's what we're going to end the session, unless there's some housekeeping you guys want to do in the apartment.
Water the plant.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
We need to get some felts and turn that spool table into a proper pool table.
I agree. I just spent almost 700 credits this session.
Did. And
It's been 1,500.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
you guys
Spent double me.
PO box.
are pretty far away from your really expensive payout, so you might actually have to take side jobs before you finish your main job.
That's true.
Luckily, you paid your rent up for 4 months, so you won't have to worry about the rent for a while.
If I could have gotten arrested, I wouldn't have had to worry about the rent for a while.
You came pretty close. You were going to be playing Chitara, who was going to mastermind a prison break for her hubby.
Ooh, Bonnie and Clyde.
That was the backup plan if you failed miserably on the
On the investigation.
On the
It
investigation.
could have happened.
Yep.
It could have happened.
Anybody who ended up in jail, they were going to be playing their backup characters, and the new mission was going to be Prison Break.
Man, Cosmo and Wanda definitely let me down a couple times. What's these dice right here?
Oh man,
You named your dice. I love
They're
it.
the fairy god dice.
Hey guys, twice.
I think you guys did really good, and you got some goodies out of it now that you're cracking some skulls, of course. Every skull you crack is extra potential attention and complications.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off.
We're gonna need to inherit or buy a wood chipper or like strong oven. Yeah, we need a wood chipper.
You know, it's a snow blower here in North Rio.
Oh yes, there you go. Yes, one of those snow eaters.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Tow it behind the tracked vehicle that we end up building.
Does anyone actually have gun combat energy?
I have a 0 in gun combat energy.
Not here.
You guys now have a proper stunner, which is probably your best weapon.
That is pretty sweet.
Well, it's your best stun weapon. The sword's probably your best weapon.
That thing does kill indiscriminately.
Sure does. I mean, even when you're trying to use it as a stun stick.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm just trying to do the right thing.
You did Assassin's Creed off that. Hey, look, you lived through that, though. That was badass.
Dude, that was awesome. It's very rare that I can defeat gravity. I did take 5 fucking endurance. I guess I can get that back resting, but
Yep.
Right now I've got 4 endurance.
Well, what you'll do is we'll do the same medical checks where if you guys are willing to take like a day or 2 of in-game time, O-Dubs will minister health to you. Of course, there is also the matter of those bodies.
Yep, and I actually need to go out and get myself a proper medical kit too, or something to have, with me.
Those bodies, though. You go back with duffel bags and small saws. Just start cutting them up.
Do it Dexter style.
That's why you need your medical kit. It's got bone saws.
Oh yeah, and tarps.
Yeah, just roll it out. Doing the clear plastic and the garbage bags like Dexter.
So while we're asleep tonight, that's what Tubbs will be doing.
Man, he's had the origin story. He was knee deep in blood too.
I know, right? He's just like lost it now.
See?
You want to talk about people who lost it? Kizik's like, Hal knows how to do these things. And I'm looking at Braylex's character sheet, and I'm like, he thinks he does.
Hal Handyman.
Handyman. That's a real life human name.
You're not human.
Real life Relicsman name.
All right, thanks everybody on stream for stopping by. We're gonna be back to Florida Green next week, but we will all be tired. Well, half of us will be tired because I'll have big things to do that day. So no idea how that session's gonna go. And then we'll be back to this in 2 weeks, and we'll see you then.